Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Set to go out for a little bit. Hopefully, let's turn into a 5 hour one. Yes, Grumpy, you are being detained because the squirrels named you as their accomplice. So, unfortunately, yeah, you're being detained, bro. Squirrels and the sparrows said Grumpy helped them rob that bank. I believe him because squirrels and sparrows don't lie. They're above board players. The treadmill's detaining you. Nice. What's up, Glitter? What's up, Kimber, Aaron, Glitterbug? How are you guys doing today? Let's see you guys. Greg, what's up, man? How are you today? Chalk Boy, what's up? They said that you helped them rob that bank. They said you were the getaway driver. I guess it was really getaway walker because you put their cage down. They ran up in the cage with the little money bags in their teeth, and then you picked it up and you just kind of walked off nonchalantly. It said you were whistling too. What's up, G? Yeah, so today I don't really have a whole lot. I thought I'd come on just anything goes. If you guys want to, if you guys ever had anything you want to ask me or something you guys feel like you want to bring up to talk about, more than welcome to be like an open book today. Anybody feel free to come on up, talk about whatever you want, or just put a topic in the chat and we'll go from there. Exactly, they do have big mouths. They can't be trusted. Yeah, but usually when someone says someone else has a big mouth, it's usually because they're telling the truth about that person. Feeling guilty, Grumpy? Are you feeling guilty? Is that what's going on here? What's up, Teresa? Hope, what's up? Stanley, what's up, man? There's a lot of that following going on in this community, right? Desert follows, what's his face around? Diver. How about medieval German foreign policy? Chalkboy, if you would like to come up and lead that, you're more than welcome to. Because I don't know a whole lot about medieval German foreign policy. I honestly don't know a lot about it. Did I watch Furry's video today? I did not watch Furry's video today. I haven't seen any videos today, honestly. Why? What happened? Let me know. What's up? What happened? What is going on with VF? He was talking like he was going to stop making videos this morning. I don't know. No clue. I don't answer. Channel your inner auditor, Grumpy. I'll defer to Josh's name knowledge on all topics. Well, if you do that, Chalkboy, I'm gonna have to start doing videos about how you're misinforming the public, the masses too. So let's not do that. I want to apologize for when you asked me about a true crime story that I was interested in. I was surprised, so I didn't have an answer. But the most recent is Rodney Reed. I never heard of Rodney Reed. Did you want to come up and talk about it, Aaron? He was pissed at someone. Well, who was he pissed at? I mean, are you talking about Fuzzy? Fuzzy. Well, I guess you could call him Fuzzy. Furry was pissed at someone, or were we talking about VF? Okay, then K. What's okay if K considering case? You can go on both. What's up? What's up, extortion watchers? There ain't no need to apologize. Yeah, I've never heard of that case, but I'm sure it's really cool. Yeah, I don't know why he was pissed either. Anyone wants to come on up? Like I said, it's just anything goes. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm open. I'm game. People are talking crap behind his back, but we're not facing it. And well, of course, that's the way they are, dude. That's the way. That's the way a lot of people are. They just they'll talk all this crap and they won't confront you unless you go on their turf. VF should go on their turf. VF can hold his own. VF, if he wants to get, I mean, of course, it's not going to be fair necessarily, but they don't want it fair. So he should go on and, in my opinion, he should go on and try and hit them up and say, look, you guys won't come to me, so here I am coming to you, sort of thing. I did it. Kate's done it. Sancho's done it. We've all done it. I mean, it's just, unfortunately, it's just the way if you want to actually confront them, it's the only way you can do it because they won't come on yours because, for whatever reason, they just won't do it. You're supposed to do to stop the whole argument. Well, probably maybe you got an email or something. Who knows? What's up, extortion watchers? How are you today?
Hey, 1 second. Let me turn that other link off. There we go. Yeah, I just came on because you look lonely up here. So
Yeah, it does get kind of lonely all up here in this big open black space. Just bad out
yeah,
here. How are you doing?
good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yes, Denise. It was interesting to see Turtle Boy. Somebody apparently, who when Kate came on, she was talking, and someone apparently went and told Turtle Boy that he was here. He wanted to come up, but it wasn't about that. It was about what we were talking about, so we didn't let Turtle Boy on. But yeah, Turtle Boy kept switching accounts, I guess, and saying that it's getting blocked, but none of my mods blocked. So I know that was crap. But yeah, it was interesting to see Turtle Boy too. It's like, wow, really? Okay. Like I know he doesn't care about me or anything I do, which is fine. It was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I wanted to tell you, Kenny. Last week I said the Omaha police shot somebody from a traffic stop who was fleeing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, it turns out they were in the right. I think they were in the right. I looked over the report after everything was done. It looks like he did have a gun, according to the pictures they showed. He did have a gun in his hand when he was shot. So
See, that's one of the things. Like when the media or the public gets a hold of something before the police release any kind of proof or anything, of course they're going to inflate it. Especially with the just how the society is right now today, with the cop hating mentality and the cops are all bad and all this stuff. They're gonna make it look bad. I mean, look at the video that was just came up of George Floyd. Before he came, as soon as he opened that door, he was out of his mind. He was worried, scared, and the cops just came up and knocked on the door, and he's freaking out. You know what I mean? He was resisting arrest. He was totally resisting arrest, and he was freaking out. Now,
and he said he couldn't breathe.
Yeah,
go ahead.
The cops could have handled that a lot better, but at the same time, it definitely wasn't like he was resisting, and they, But go ahead.
And before he actually couldn't breathe, he was saying he couldn't breathe. So I mean, they probably just just didn't believe him because he was doing that earlier.
Yeah, that's true. Probably has something to do with it. What's up, Greg? How are you?
All right, you.
Not bad. Not bad. We're just kind of up here. We're shooting the shit.
The wildlife.
Talking about whatever, man.
Oh, I got a question. I saw your
Well,
stream about. I saw your stream about where you, how you were pissed. Like, what happened? Because I missed everything, and I was trying to find the original source, but I couldn't.
okay, the original source is it's on I can't even think of this dude's name. Polly Crispy's channel, Polly Crispy Live. I initially went on and I was talking to them. I went on their panel, and then Brian came on and kind of started going off. He started talking about the Master Report, and I was in there trying to see. He's talking about how he was going to deposition them. This is what he said: deposition them. No, it's depose all the people that were on the chat because he's upset that they made fun of him. They were calling him. So he's going to do all that, and then Kate came on, and Kate was talking, and he ended up. He started. Kate was first to bring up, uh, she was raped or whatever, and then Brian made a stupid ass question: "Who raped you?" Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck asked that sort of question? You don't ask that sort of question.
That's messed
Even
up.
if someone, brings it up, even if someone brings it up, you should have enough tact to not ask that type of question. And then she was like, oh, she was upset, obviously. Like, well, who would ask that sort of question? And then she tried to get Polly to intervene. It's like, Polly, you needed to stop. And of course, he realized something was wrong, but he didn't want to get on his friend. You know what I mean? So, of course, he didn't do anything. And then Kate leaves. Oh, and then he dropped everyone off the panel, and then he wouldn't let me back up on panel. I was about to get into his ass. I was about to get into his ass. He would have let me back on. But he didn't, so then that's when I started my own. I was pissed, and I needed to blow some steam. So I did on that, and then Kate came on.
Yeah, I was all confused because I thought it was Brian talking shit. So I went on his channel because you know him, he's always talking shit, and I skimmed through it because I'm not watching him shirtless and all that. It's disgusting.
I know.
And I'm looking, I'm trying to find you, and then Kate, and then Polly, and then I'm like, maybe I should try Polly's channel. And I could not find it. I don't know if he took it down or.
Guys, do you know if did Polly take down the video where me and Master Report went on? Do you guys know? I haven't looked in a while, but yesterday he actually came on and said he thought what Brian did was wrong. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Now I'm hoping not only is he telling everyone else, this his fans, his audience, but I'm hoping he told Brian, that was a bullshit thing to do. As a friend, I don't care if a friend does something wrong. I'm going to call that friend out. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's what a friend does. Your friend doesn't just blindly follow another friend if they're doing something wrong. No, a friend calls a friend out. So Glitterbug says no, it's still up. Okay, so it's still up. You can go watch it.
Do you know what it's called, Glitterbug?
Remember the name of it? What's up, Mr. J? I want to go back. Sorry, Denise, you had a question. Why didn't I let him? I didn't let him on panel because I asked Kate, and Kate didn't want him to be on, and also it wasn't really about him at that time. We were trying to, we had a subject we were talking about, and we didn't want it to get derailed. It just would have turned into a pissing match, just a big ass argument, and that everyone who was watching that was already pissed off, was already worked up. I mean, even if there would have been nothing would have been accomplished by letting him on. Nothing would have been accomplished. Now he'd like to come on some other time. Oh yeah, with Brian and Turtle Boy too. No, I'm talking about they were talking about Turtle Boy.
Oh, I haven't seen
nothing would have been
so much of his stuff.
Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, it's okay. May says Turtle Boy did a massive message bomb with various accounts, stopping other messages. So I timed out 3 accounts for 5 minutes. That's all. I know there's no blocking. May I know he didn't block anyone. I totally agree. But he was of course he was getting that message across because no one was listening to him. So
And 2, I think that's wrong. You don't bring out if somebody's a rape victim, don't bring it up on the internet. Like,
well, Kate had brought it.
Yeah,
Kate had brought it up, but You don't ask
so-
questions like
No.
that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Kate did bring it up, but still, yeah, that was just uncalled for. And I will say, Polly, good on you for actually. I mean, the day after, fine, but I think he should have brought it up and said, "No, Brian, you need to chill the fuck out right then and there." I do think he lost some support based off of the fact that he didn't do it right up there. But I think some people are going to forgive him because he actually did say something. Hopefully, like, because when I went on there, like to say how they like to talk to each other off screen, not do it in public. I hope and I pray that Paulie said something to Brian in private and say, "Look, dude, you need to chill the fuck out. That was uncalled for. You know, be better about that, or I'm not going to fuck with you." I hope he did.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't know if he did or not, but I can only hope he did.
I have a question. This is probably late, and you probably already talked about it. But what is going on with Vilified? Does anybody know?
We were just
No, I saw
discussing
his
that.
live stream and he's pissed about somebody. I guess he's getting off the First Amendment auditor thing from what I heard him say, and he's gonna try to do something else with his channel. He was pissed about something.
Oh, damn.
Well, we saw a post a little after that. I think it was after that. He's really pissed off at El Sancho, and I was wondering if anybody heard why. He said he's being talked about behind his back, and he won't come and talk to his face, which
Who
is
is?
typical.
VF versus Sancho. What's going on with VF? I was in Sancho's live stream yesterday. VF was there. I mean, there was. I don't know. VF. I don't think he went up there, but what I saw was Sancho played a police clip, a body cam clip, and he asked everyone how they did. A lot of people thought the cop didn't do anything wrong on the panel, but VF thought the cop was like, "Oh, I thought that's questionable," sort of thing. That's really all I saw. So maybe you guys can help me out. What's this beef that they have? I'm not even knowing.
I thought it was an auditor just being a pussy and talking shit about him, but not facing him like a man.
Litterbug, you want to come up and talk to us about this VF versus Sancho? Because I don't even know what the hell you're
I
talking
never
about.
heard of that guy.
Who,
I haven't heard
Freedom?
about that
Well,
until
Sancho
earlier.
supposedly Sancho said something about VF after VF graciously left the chat, and he even said he left the chat. He didn't say anything derogatory or anything, but then people started messaging him that El Sancho was talking shit about him. I guess. I'm only guessing. I honestly wish he would have just come right out and said what happened or what he heard happen.
Litterbug's gonna come up. She's got to get out of the tanning bed. Make sure you
Don't fry in
really
that
Glitterbug.
She's got to get all dolled up for us.
I don't know about you, but it's 90 degrees and sunny here. What are you in a tanning bed for?
So, Greg, the title of the video on Polly's it's under "Oh my God, I can't believe it happened." That's the video you want to watch.
Okay.
VF's video, Glitter, or El Sancho's, or somebody else's?
It won't. She was talking about Polly's video.
Okay.
Now, is it like the whole stream or like?
I came in towards the end. You just have to go through. You'll see my avatar thing up there, and then just go back until you don't see it. I come on right after Shiva leaves.
Okay.
So right after Shiva leaves, the Shiva gets pissed off because they do that one thing where what's his face? Paulie likes to talk about how he's all up for discussion and all this, right? And so he's all about the dialogue. Well, Shiva goes on there because he's like, he respects that. And, I respect dialogue, too. It's actually why I'm more than likely to go on Paulie's channel than Brian's channel, because if you go on Brian's channel, you're not going to get a word in edgewise, right? Paulie might have his little cracks. He might do this type of shit, but he will, let the dialogue get through. There's that. So, anyway, Shiva was on there. And someone else was on there, and they were just going off and not even letting Shiva talk. She was like, "Paulie, are you gonna allow this?" Like, I thought you were all about the dialogue. Well, I just think I think he needs to be heard. It's like, really? So you're not letting me talk sort of thing? So he got pissed and he left, which, I understand, because it's like, for somebody that claims to be about the dialogue, just like First Amendment laws, they claim to be about the First Amendment, but they don't allow it. But then he claims to be about the dialogue, but then doesn't let a conversation happen. I get it why he was pissed. So yeah, and then he left, and I came on, and then after I come on, then Brian, and then Maxwell Report, and then it just all hell breaks loose. So 2 hours.
Glitterbug. 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Glitterbug. That's awesome.
Thanks,
check it
Glitter.
out
I'm gonna
after.
go check it out, guys. I'll be back.
All right. No, remember that's the. Oh, I never. BF doesn't like auditors, whether they are good ones or not. All auditors are frauders in his eyes. See, that's where we differ. I think there are some that are doing a good job. Like, actually, there's this one. No, I won't. Well, there's this one that I thought was doing a good job. He has an interesting way of doing his audits, and I'm gonna show you guys that. But there's this one. He has an interesting way of doing it. And at first, I thought he was good, but then he did something that just. Oh, okay, no, you're just doing this for yourself. You guys will see. I'm gonna go ahead and post a link here.
Let me guess, he started fucking around with the cops.
No. It wasn't even the cops. The cops weren't even called. The establishment actually treated him quite well. They weren't tripping on him at all. That's what was interesting about it. It's like he just. It's more along the lines of, when they ask, am I being detained, sort of thing. Questions that don't need to be asked, or they make statements that don't need to be made. He was doing that type of shit. And it's like, okay, dude, you're just doing. You're acting for the camera. What's up, Anime?
Wow.
You're absolutely right. There are a lot of drama machine channels, which I'm glad I don't have any drama. I'm glad either you hate me or you like me, but there isn't a whole lot of shit talking being about me, which is fine by me. I don't care that channels don't bring me up. That works for me. No news is good. No news is always good news, right? That's what I always thought.
Yeah.
Hey, Radon, he didn't know Glitterbug used to tag. Well, apparently she does. Plus, stream on Discord. I can't get on it here. Someone posted on Discord. Apparently, she can't get on it here. I'm gonna go try posting it again. There you go. Can someone post it in Discord, please? May, if you could, please.
Oh, I don't have a Discord.
Or Chalkboy. Chalkboy does. Or Ben. Ben can. Ben, if you're still here, if you can post it in. Or Rada, I don't know. Somebody, please. All right, so yeah, but that was just some crazy crap. But yeah, I'd be interested to see what happened with Vilified. I like Vilified. He's good. He definitely has a knack for getting on the auditors, and it's really funny how he does it. What's up, Tim? Yes, let's talk about Josh and his begging for money. You ever notice when Josh and Patty beg for money completely differently, right? The way Patty will beg for money is, all right, guys, please, I need money for hotels and blah, 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 and all this, and he'll keep saying it, right? But the way Josh does it, Josh does a little more sneaky. Josh will say, hey, guys, I need help with this, but then he'll go on this tirade, this speech about freedom and this and that to get you feeling all warm and fuzzy inside, and then he'll ask for money again. And people are like, oh my God, this guy is fantastic. Take my whole paycheck. Very talented in the fact. When it comes to, if it came to Patty or...
if they're making as much money as they...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, If they're making all this money that they supposedly brag about, why the hell are they e-begging on YouTube?
Because
Because I saw that video with Josh, and I'm like, I wrote something. I'm like, get out of here. Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, absolutely. That's just the way Josh is with that.
You're saying,
And if you notice, like, look, all right, I was actually doing a video on this, but you notice how when everything first started, it was the police quietly attacked this young kid, right? They're doing this, but if you watch the video posted yesterday where he's asking for money, right? It went from they violently attacked him, they took him down to they snuck up on him like he was a gazelle. He literally said that. He literally said that cops snuck up on this kid like he was a gazelle and took him down. I'm like, did Josh watch the same video I watched? That is sure as fuck not what happened. He was standing behind him the whole time. There was no sneaking.
Did he bring up the Third Amendment or what he perceives as a Third Amendment again?
Oh no, of course not. Oh no, he won't. He won't even. He won't acknowledge that he did something wrong because he doesn't like to acknowledge my channel exists. I'm like in some like alternate reality to Josh's world. He won't acknowledge that I exist. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. What's up, Glitter? How are you today? What's up, Glitter?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep, sure can.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so what can you tell us about this whole VF thing?
Okay, so let me first say I love VF and I love Sancho. Okay, first of all. Okay, second of all, I don't know what the hell happened. From what I'm getting is El Sancho wanted VF to come on his panel the other day. And you know how he likes to show both sides of auditing. He hates the agitators, but wants to show both sides. Kind of like, you know, Bucket Boy being all good now and stuff like that, right? Y'all know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so he wanted VF to come on his panel. VF said he didn't know if he would have time, and then goes live like 15 minutes later, which, you know, whatever. A lot of times VF doesn't come on channels. I've noticed that a lot, which, okay, cool. So VF comes out with this video today, or yeah, it was earlier today. And then all of a sudden on Discord, I think it was Sergeant Doofy came out and threatened Sancho. And Sancho didn't like that at all. And it blew up from there. Because he thought VF never even said a word about Sancho at all. Never said his name, never said anything about him. He was just venting his, you know, frustration that he thinks that he's the only one. Everybody's taken up for auditors now, and he's, you know, whatever. So it just all blew up out of proportion, and everybody was getting butt hurt. It was just crazy, and they're still fighting about it now.
I'll be your phone holder so you can put
Oh,
your hair up.
okay. But sorry, my workout buddy's talking to me. Anyway,
Oh.
so that was just, hey, workout buddy. We call her Satan because she's evil.
I have not
I see.
seen it.
She's evil. So basically, that's the story. It just seemed like it got all out of proportion. People were accusing each other, and nobody said anybody's name. VF never said anybody's name. I never heard it, and I listened to it twice. And, you know, nobody even thought it was Sancho until somebody came up and said something, started threatening Sancho, saying it was, don't come and fuck with VF or we're going to kill you, which was totally uncalled for.
Yeah, absolutely.
So basically, that's the gist of it, and long story short, if that makes any sense. I hope it does.
Yeah, it looks
But
like,
it's still going on.
Big misunderstanding. Sounds to me
Yeah,
it's just
and I think it was a big
misunderstanding.
misunderstanding.
Yeah, well, sometimes that happens. There's sometimes misunderstandings happen all the time. So hopefully they can get it worked out. So I do know Sancho has tried to get VF on before. He's talked to me about if he wanted to get VF on, and
right.
I just myself want to get VF on, and it's hard to get him on. So I can understand that.
It just doesn't seem like VF really gets on panels a lot.
Right, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, so I mean that's cool. That's his thing, That's cool. And I love VF. I love watching him, and I love, And I told Sancho earlier. I said, I'm not gonna lie. When you first came out, I really hated you because I thought you were taking up for auditors. But then the more that I watched
at first, right?
Do what?
It did seem like that at first.
Yeah, and the more I told him, the more I watched him, the more I noticed that he was really taking up for the real auditors and not like the Joshes and the, all the Ingrid Glens and all the jerks.
Yeah, so I think it's just a big misunderstanding, and hopefully they can, get to the bottom of what happened and, squash this because they're both good for the community and they both could really help out. And I think that they should because even if they don't get together on a certain thing, fine, whatever, they can squash this, and VF can keep doing the videos. Sancho can just keep doing what he's doing, and just there's no bad blood. I mean, we don't need any bad blood on our side. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna happen at some point, but it'll be nice to be able to squash it where we can. And
I told both of them, I was like, just email each other, squash it out. Do y'all thing, squash it out because both of y'all are awesome.
Yeah. And there's a go. Tim Berry says right there. VF seems like a filled segment type of guy. He puts a lot of work into his vids. So maybe that's just what he feels more comfortable. He feels more comfortable. He doesn't like to be on the spot. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is.
Right.
It be that.
So, I mean, I've asked him when I've been on Chuck's panel or somebody else's panel. He's been in I begged him to come up, and he hasn't. So, I mean, maybe it's just him and being on panels. I mean, I hate being on the spot, too, so I totally get it.
Yeah, totally. When I first started doing this, I didn't want to. I was like, I'm not going to do a whole lot of lives. But then I started getting the hang of it, started feeling more comfortable with it. But it's to each their own, That's why I love it. To each their own. You do what you want to do. You do what you feel comfortable doing. It's just unfortunate that misunderstandings happen because I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? It seemed like it's a misunderstanding because Sancho's a real chill dude, and Sancho's good folks. He's good people.
Right, and like I got on Sancho's panel last night, and Bucket Boy has changed a lot, and I even told him that, and because I used to hate him. Because, him and his stupidity and, pulling the Glenn thing and, videotaping victims and crap like that. But he seems like he has toned down a lot and he's learning from his mistakes and trying to get away from all that. And I think that's what Sancho is trying to get everybody to see.
Absolutely. So I'm sure they will talk it out because they're both level-headed. BF is level-headed, Sancho's level-headed. If they calm down, I'm sure someone will hit someone up, and this will all get taken out. And honestly, there probably is no. It doesn't seem like it's that much drama anyway. Just it's a big misunderstanding, and let's just hope it just stops.
Right. I mean, I hope they do. Both of y'all, if y'all are listening, I hope y'all work it out because I love both of y'all. We all do. We got your back.
Oh, both of them, yeah, for sure. I love both of them. They're both just very talented and. They bring something different to this movement. BF brings his witticism. Sancho brings he's able to really get down and talk to these auditors and get them on his channel and really get a conversation going. He does a lot of other stuff. He just brings all kinds of types. He doesn't just do with the auditors. He does a lot with his channel. It's growing, and I hope it continues to grow. I hope VF continues with the First Amendment auditing. Even if he doesn't, I hope he's successful in whatever he does decide he does want to do. And I think he will be because he's got that personality that I think he'll be successful in whatever he decides to turn his channel.
Right. I mean, because as soon as I get a notification, I'm on his videos like crazy because they are hilarious and I love them.
What about me? When you get a notification for my videos ring on them, or do you wait? You wait, don't you? I know it. You wait.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
When you get a notification for my video, you wait, don't you? You're like, yeah, I can
No.
get 20 minutes. This guy sucks.
Yeah, forget this dude. I'll wait till later. Yeah, I think I proved that earlier in the chat. Was like number 3, and I was driving, so.
No, yeah.
And I got out of the teeny bit for you. Come on now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Good point. Good point.
See.
What's up, Jimmy? Go ahead.
I think they'll be able to straighten it out. I mean, just give it a few, couple days, maybe a week.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And
they're both reasonable people.
Absolutely, they are both very reasonable. I hope not, and I hope anybody who's watching doesn't take this the wrong way. We're not trying to get on. We're on anyone's side about this. We just think it's a big misunderstanding, and they just need to talk about that. So we're not. I hope it just doesn't come across as talking shit, because that's totally not my intention. I just didn't know anything about it.
Not mine either.
I wanted someone to come on and explain it, and they explained it, and I think it's just, like I said, it's a big misunderstanding. And
yeah, I love both of them. So please, nobody think that I'm picking sides and I'm trying to do whatever, because I'm not. I love both of them. It's just a big misunderstanding. I personally think, from what I'm gathering, because everybody's got to chime in the chat, so it's kind of hard to. Sorry, I'm on the treadmill. So it's kind of hard to get both sides.
Yeah, Adam.
Because everybody's taking their opinions.
Absolutely.
So from what I'm trying to, right.
I mean, it will be great. I mean, I'm sure they'll once they calm down, they might even come on a panel together and say, "Hey, look, man, there was nothing issue. It's just a misunderstanding sort of thing." Because that's what they do, or they'll do it in their own separate ways.
Right, and if VF was pissed off at Sancho, he would have called him out quicker than anything.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and he never said one word about. He never had his name come out of his mouth or anything. So I think somebody just jumped to conclusions. And Sandra told me earlier that he hates the agitators, but trying to see the brighter side of the auditors, I guess you could say, from the people that are not being like that. Not trying to be Josh's and Glenn's. And
see, that's what I thought at first, because I thought it was one of Josh or Glenn's or Anselmo's fanboys just going in and starting shit with them.
Right. And,
I thought maybe it was he kept, because he tries to get on, because the auditors like to talk shit to him. They don't talk shit to me for whatever reason. Like I said, I think most of the auditors just want to pretend my channel doesn't exist. But for some reason, Sancho's, Glenn, Master Report, all these people get under their skin. So they talk shit. So I figured maybe VF just got tired of the shit bullshit and say, fuck you guys. You guys are going to talk shit, but then hide behind your fucking keyboard sort of thing. You know what I mean? And he seems like the type of person that doesn't like that type of individual. Look, I'm a man. You want to say something to me, you come to me and say it. So I assume that it was, like I said, like you're saying, either an agitator or an auditor that was, just like hiding. And that's what was pissing him off. That's what first came to mind when you guys said that he was pissed off. I was like, oh, it's obviously got to be an auditor or someone that just is hiding from him.
So, I mean, that's just like when Rice Krispies was trying to jump on me, he got on him quicker than anything, called him out.
Absolutely.
So,
they're both great people. They're both great people.
So, that's just my opinion, but we all know what opinions are.
Well, I just say give it a few days. Like I said, they're both reasonable people, Sancho and Vilified. Just send emails or put it on a stream where they hash things out and be like, hey, this got out of hand, my bad.
But like I said, it started like at 9 o'clock this morning or something like that. It's like way too early for me. But that's when it all started, and it's still going. And it's not VF doing it. It's other people keeping it going. And it's not really Sancho doing it. It's other people keeping it riled up.
Rice Krispie Tim Berry got on Glitter, but Sancho was right on it and put him in his place. So to say the least.
Yeah, because
Chase,
I called
no.
him out about his Marine career, and he got mad. And I said, "You're not a freaking Marine if you got kicked out." That's just my opinion. Sorry.
Chase, no, I will not be doing a 20-hour live stream. That's just not going to happen, sir. Sorry, you do it. That would be way too much. I'm telling you, if you want to do a 20-hour live stream, by the time you show up in 20 hours, there'd probably be 2 people here, if that. So, yeah, no.
Yeah, like
well, apparently,
2 or 3
Chuck,
hours I could do, but
Chuck kind of brought me into going like live with showing my face tonight. So, yeah, that should be fun.
Oh, you're gonna? Where are you going on? Where are you going on tonight?
On Chuck Chases the Facts, his panel.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on.
Yeah, so I'll probably be like really.
19
So
hours
everybody can see
straight,
how
1
scary
hour
I
left.
am.
Oh, I'm sure you're not scary at all. That's why you're getting your tan on.
Yes, that looks better tan.
You know, if you didn't want to get tan, they have these filters you can use to make it look like you have a tan.
Yeah, I'd rather show my ugliness and be true about it than filter it out.
Okay, that works.
So, all right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm on the treadmill, so I've got to get this workout out.
All right, tell Satan I said bye. All right,
bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it's just a big misunderstanding. It sounds like that's good. I'm happy because that means they'll just get through it. And Jan's gonna try and come back on. Let's hope this works this time. What's up, Jan?
Hello.
All right, it works this time. Wonderful. How are you today?
I'm from Holland.
Great.
I'm okay.
Good. Good. So, what do you want to talk about today, sir?
Well, let me see. I have something. I can hear myself.
You can hear yourself. Turn down the stream if you have it on.
He probably has an extra link open because I had my video on playing while I got on StreamYard, so maybe he has to exit out of his other tab on YouTube.
Yeah, exit out of the YouTube.
That's what I do. Like I go on top of my phone
Okay.
and it shows it's paused.
Yes.
All right. What do you got, sir?
I'm looking at some videos and about first auditor Glenn, who has spoken racist comments to an officer. And here in the Netherlands, it is so that an officer of somebody who works in the government, if you speak slur words, he is punishable by law. In America, you have the freedom of speech. Glenn has a video where he makes comments to a police officer and and calls the officer nigger. And is he no. My English is not so very well. But is there any punishment made by a judge? Is he in front of the judge?
Okay, so no, there really is not a whole lot of punishment. We have the freedom of speech, so they're able to talk like that to officers. Now, if he were to some sort of violent act along with the way he's talking, yeah, that something would be done. And he could actually, a lot of times with racialness, he could get a hate crime, which would actually make the crime a lot worse. But as opposed to just the way he talks to cops or the way he talks to that black officer, while morally wrong, it is First Amendment protected dialogue. And though, like I said, though morally wrong and reprehensible, and a lot of people, shouldn't, it shouldn't be said. It's one of those things that it shouldn't be said, but it can be said.
Hey,
Are we
Kenny.
talking about Glenn?
Yeah, he's talking about Clinton.
So he was
Oh.
arrested, I heard, on his recent video. I didn't watch the video because I usually don't go to his channel because of monetization. But was it a legit arrest, or was Glenn actually trespassing?
Right. Oh, Glenn was trespassing. He was trespassing.
Mhm.
He was completely trespassing, and he does the whole Glenn shuffle when they tell him to leave. Right, he'll start walking slowly backwards. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. And and if you listen to the video, but in the beginning of the video from because I was listening to it on the Sancho's channel, and he says I could probably get arrested for trespassing. He knew what he was doing. He knew he could get trespassing. He should have got out of there faster. He didn't, and he, it was definitely legit. It was a legit arrest.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Oh, yeah, no. Glenn, I'm telling you, with most of Glenn's arrests, I would find it hard pressed that the cops are going to need any reason to falsely arrest Glenn. He's going to make it so easy for them to arrest him legally every single time.
Yeah.
Is he still hanging around with Tulare County Cop Watch?
Who? Tulare?
Glenn? Yeah.
I thought he was Casey Cameronboy, not Tulare.
Yeah, it was Casey.
Oh. Well, I've been watching his videos too, and he doesn't even do First Amendment audits. All he does is just bother people at work.
Casey Cameronboy? Oh, yeah, that's all Casey Cameronboy.
Or speak fake Arabic.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I've noticed? It seems to be a new trend among auditors recently has been to go to Walmart and refuse to show their receipt, or go to Walmart and not wear a mask. That seems to be a thing the auditors are doing now. I saw who did it. A.B. Washman did it, and then I saw High Dutch Community Watch did the whole Walmart receipt thing. I was like, these are not First Amendment audits, and they're calling them First Amendment audits. Like, that's not a First Amendment.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I thought about doing that too myself. I mean,
but would you call it a First Amendment audit?
Well, no, it's not an audit, really.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's what they're doing. They're putting it on there because they're doing the whole
Well, the thing why they put First Amendment audit at the end is because that's the key terms that blow up your whole video. That's what gets the viewers is First Amendment audits at the end of the videos.
Oh no, I get why they do it. It doesn't make it. It's still clickbaiting.
Of course.
Yeah. And they're going to continue to do it. We're never going to stop anyone from doing the clickbaiting thing. I mean, it isn't just auditors that do clickbaiting. Most YouTubers do clickbaiting. It's just something they do, and a lot of them actually do the edit the thumbnail to where it's a completely different video from their video. You know what I mean? Just to get people to click on it. It's really out of hand, the whole clickbaiting thing that a lot of people do.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
He wasn't arrested today. He was arrested the other day, and they didn't chase him. He didn't get that out of hand, but he was arrested. So rest assured. Hopefully.
Oh, I love seeing frauditors get tased. That makes my day, or pepper sprayed like Glenn.
Especially when they scream the way they did. Like I'm still trying to figure out who had the best scream, guys. You think it was Air QQLD, the one guy that got chased in Stockton, Glenn, or was it what's his face, Joe Orega? Who had the best scream when arrested? You guys,
Joe Orega all the way.
You go, Joe Orega had the best scream. What about you, Source Watchers? Who had the best scream?
Of who?
the frauditors that got when they were getting arrested and they felt like they started screaming like Joe Orega. Maybe you don't know who Joe Orega is.
Oh, those ones. Okay, now I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Orega. He's my favorite when it came to that. The Worcester.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
Bow.
for real.
Bow. When he yells help.
My clickbait is pictures of acorns for the squirrels. That's right. Got to get the squirrels to go. So Glitterbug says Glenn.
I
So
never heard Glenn do that.
he was doing the covering the riot, and he got pepper sprayed. And boy, he's my eyes.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. That one.
Wasn't that where he was like, "Oh, I bought that outfit. I bought that bulletproof vest. I bought that helmet or whatever."
Yeah, he was on it, man. He was with I don't know the name of the dude he was with, but he was with someone else. And I don't know, did the other dude get pepper spray too, or is it just Glenn?
I think he
Glenn
got pepper sprayed too.
Oh, did he?
But you didn't hear him screaming like a bitch like though. All right, so we got Miss Jaria agrees. Orega. Kimbers thinks Orega. May, who did you say? I don't see it. May says May thinks Air QLD was a close second. I'm gonna go with Air. I gotta go with Air QLD because that was just hilarious. Sound like a completely different person. It was freaking ridiculous.
I never heard of that guy.
Oh
neither.
man, you really? Oh yeah, you have. I did a video on here. Remember the one out there that got beat up by the girls?
Oh, that's the one.
Oh yeah.
That's him.
After
He
the
also
cop
got
left?
chased by the cops. He also got chased by the cops a few months before that.
Well, that sucks though. The cops just left, and then he gets beat up by some girls. Like, damn.
Yeah. Weren't they
Right?
weren't they little girls too?
No. They're big girls. They were big girls. One of them was pretty big. The other one was I don't know how big, but they caught him off guard. I will say that they definitely caught him off guard.
Well,
but at the same time, extortion watchers, you're an auditor out there, right?
Yeah,
When
I'm
you're out
thinking-
there, you pay attention to your surroundings, right? You know who's around you, what they're doing, who's a danger, who's not a danger, right?
Exactly.
He wasn't doing that, and that's why he got caught up in that situation.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not like siding with him, but I could see where he's coming from on getting beat up right there because, me personally, if I was there, I'm not just gonna physically hit a girl. Like, what are you gonna do when two girls are attacking you? Like, it's just one of the things.
No, I think that the women shouldn't have attacked him. I do agree with you there. But at the same time, if he would have tried to de-escalate that situation, not make it worse, if you watch the part of the video, you can already see she's out of her mind.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't piss her off anymore. He did. And he
waited till after the cops left to piss her off even more, too.
Exactly. So he had that shit coming.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I knew right away, like, oh man, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. He's really stupid.
I think the most dangerous person out of all those scenes is the person behind the taping, recording the incidents or whatever. Because did these people ask for it though? Like, did these girls were like, "Hey, can you not record us for X, Y, and Z?" Or did he? Yeah. I don't remember.
Well, he was quiet, but he got really close there. He was filming the cops, right? But then as soon as they started going off, he's like, "Oh my god, this is good content." So he kept the camera on them, and they're pleading with the cop. Can you please do something? And the cop's trying to tell her, "Look, he can film." But I mean, you could tell from just their reaction that they were out of their mind. They did not want to be taped. Their car got taken away for some bullshit reason. It was not good for them in that situation. He should have backed up. He should have been like, all right, look, I'm going to get a little bit away. When the cop left, he should have just left. But he didn't. As soon as the cop left, the audit should have been over. The audit should have been over once the cop left, but it didn't. He wanted to talk to the guy that was telling him, hey, look, man, do you not see that this woman here is hysterical and you're going to, do this? No, he had to say something smart to him. Yeah, you're not going to do nothing. And you're right, the guy didn't do nothing. It was the women that did something. He is ass. And then you see a post he talks about 8 people beating him up. I only saw 2 women in that video. I don't know where the other 6 people came.
There might have been that third guy that was over there in the to the left.
Maybe
in the back.
he might have got involved.
Yeah, but I think
There's
that
no-
officer left on purpose, though. I mean, I could just see it. He didn't really seem like he really cared about the camera guy much.
No. Oh no, the officer did a decent job. I mean, he didn't ID himself.
Yeah, he
But at the
did.
same time, he might not have heard himself. He might have heard him because he was just got done dealing with this hysterical lady and the situation that he was just in. Maybe he didn't hear it, But the auditor just assumes, oh, he's a dirtbag for not IDing. It's like, well, look at the situation that the officer was just in. You know what I mean? You gotta look at the whole picture, not just what's going on with you, which I think is the problem that this auditor did. And if you go on the video, man, all kinds of auditors are coming to his support, like, oh man, that shouldn't have happened, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, true, yeah, that shouldn't have happened, but why not give him support? It's like, dude, you saw how hysterical she was. Maybe you should have backed the fuck up.
I would have.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
I wouldn't have taped it anyways, because if she's not in the right state of mind, and she's freaking out because her car's getting towed. So why escalate it?
Mr. Harris, right
even
here.
further.
That's the name right there. Air QQ LED accountability. That's who we're talking about right now. Yeah. He said it was 10 girls. It was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, but yeah, that's what I think was the worst screen. Orega, I think, was a close second. Then I would say, I honestly think the best is yet to come from Clint. He's just getting started. I guarantee you that's not going to be the first time that man is tased or anything happens to him. It's going to keep happening. The way he does his auditing, it's going to happen. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's just wild.
it really was. It was crazy.
You want to know when I first started?
No. Some citizen has not been accused of speaking that type of language in a courtroom. No. But sorry, continue.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. So when I first started, before I first started, I saw one of Bal's videos, and I thought that was pretty cool what he was doing. I mean, yelling help and stuff, but I just can't see how that would hold up in like courtroom or anything like that. You know what I mean? They'll just look at you like you're an idiot.
I'm talking about Bao, or did this guy?
Bao. You didn't see the Miami arrest on Bao when he got arrested in Miami?
No, I haven't seen that.
Like 5 cops were chasing him. He was running backwards, yelling, "Help! Help!"
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only Bow.
I think
Only
he got
Bao.
tased in that one. I think he got tased.
That was
Oh,
shit.
now I gotta watch that, because that's another one I want to see
Yeah.
get tased.
Yeah,
Just
just
because
look
he
up
keeps
Bao arrested
running
Miami.
his mouth.
Mhm.
So has anybody come across any new tasings that maybe I missed? Is there any new tasings that maybe I missed? Anyone can think of one?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I
Me neither.
haven't seen it lately.
Like I keep looking up First Amendment audits, and look, I will tell you this: there are a lot. Like every day, I look it up, and I see a new auditor almost every single day.
Yeah, I can't keep up with them. I try to subscribe to as many new ones as possible, but I can't keep up with the new ones.
There are just so many out there. Have you ever taken a look at Source Watch? Have you ever watched any Audit Them? Have you seen any of their videos?
Who's that? Audit Them?
Yes, Audit Them. That's the name of the channel.
No, I haven't
Audit
seen
Them.
their videos. Or that
Interesting
video.
Interesting videos. I think they could be a good channel, but the video that I saw was it started out good, but then it just turned bad and not because of cops, because the cops weren't called. The actual agencies responded nice to him. They gave him everything he needed. He just took it too far, in my opinion. I think he has promise, but he just needs to get a little better.
Mm-hmm. I mean, me personally, on my audits, I try not to take it too far. Like, I try to let the reaction happen itself. I'm not too mouthy.
Yeah, absolutely. It was sick, Litterbug, all that. What happened with Kate? It's Cheryl says the new ones are because the Watson ones that have been around bragging how much money they've made. Oh yeah, Josh, we talked about it's 120K. Was it a month or a year? He said a year,
I think
right?
it's a month. But he's still
Wait.
begging for $800 on the daily.
Wait, 120K a month. And it's what are we on? We're on the 9th. YouTube pays out on the 20th.
Yep.
So then within what, it's been 3 weeks since he got paid. He spent $120,000 in 3 weeks. Really?
Holy shit.
I mean, I can see where some of these auditors make that much money. I mean, when you have like 30,000 subscribers and each of them donates $5, or like, 3/4 of them donates like $5, you're gonna have a lot of money out of that.
True, and plus whatever you get off of your videos, actually. And it depends. And with the auditors, I will say that they probably have a much higher audience retention, say other channels do. So the longer someone watches, the more money you make off of just that one video.
But me personally, I don't think it should be turned into a business.
No, obviously not. No, I agree.
No.
Yeah, true. Plus donations. So yeah, no, there's no way in hell he shouldn't be. He should be out of money this soon if he's legitimately making that much money. There's no way in hell he should be out of money. He has to pay
Maybe
taxes
just because he's bragging.
Now, Social Watchers, you do YouTube. Have you got a check yet from doing this?
I don't monetize my videos.
Right,
and
so
I don't like advertise my PayPal. I have it up in my community, but I don't like advertise it on every video. So no, I haven't made any money off of this.
Okay. So yeah, it's hard to say if he pays taxes because YouTube they don't pay the taxes right off. YouTubers are considered independent contractors, so he's gonna have to pay his taxes at the end of the year. But if he's smart, he could actually he could keep his receipts and use them as tax write-offs, especially all the hotel receipts for where he's filming. He could be using those for tax write-offs. I don't think he's smart enough to do that, though, honestly.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was always wondering, where do these donations in the IRS fit in?
The donations, from my understanding, PayPal. Once you reach a specific amount in PayPal, they'll tax you. They'll tax you then. But as far as YouTube goes, yeah, you're going to get taxed. They report to the IRS, but it's like you're independent contractor. You have to pay at the end of the year. They don't take it right at the front. So you don't get to do the 1040 easy when you're on YouTube. You got to actually do your shit. And then if you have any sort of tax write-offs, make sure you have your receipts for it. Sort of thing. Like if you say, let's say I bought a new laptop specifically to do YouTube videos, totally use that as a tax write-off, but you need to show receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything you do, you pretty much anything for your channel, you can use it as a tax write-off. You just have to show evidence that.
Well, I just never got the point of why all these auditors are traveling, because the point of auditing is to, I think the point of auditing is to create change, and part of change might be like, staying within one department and, keeping order in that department instead of, going, to Nebraska and then Colorado and all those other places and then doing nothing about the audits that your rights are violated in or anything like that.
Absolutely. That's the thing. A lot of the auditors don't do any kind of follow-up to any of the stuff that they go off and do. Oh, we exposed this, but then they're just saying, we exposed it, now we're just going to leave it alone. If you're going to expose something, just go ahead and expose it, go there, get that change done. Not all auditors don't do this, but there are some auditors that just don't do any kind of follow-up. Auditing America's one. Josh doesn't do a whole lot of follow-up. They just don't. They talk about how their rights are violated, but nothing happens.
Like me personally, I tried doing a follow-up on one of mine, but I can't sue for what is it? Whatever punitive damages. I can't sue for it here in the state.
Right, and another thing I find interesting. Well, I don't find that interesting. But a lot of auditors don't go to the city council meetings. You know what I mean, and get their
Mhm.
stuff done. I mean, I've said this a lot, but I stand by it. I did see
Yeah.
Political Trans Tribune do one, and I thought that was awesome. Case of Camera Boy, I had respect for him. When I did have respect for him, it was when he was doing that. But now that he's hanging out with Glenn, I lost all respect.
You like
Uh,
Justin Pulliam?
Justin Pulliam,
I like him.
sort of. I like that he does lots of research for what he does. But I think uh, he hangs out with Patty, so that's it's hard for me to really respect anybody that hangs out with Patty and takes Patty seriously. So I don't
Okay.
take Patty.
Well, you
But-
just said enough already. He hangs out with Patty.
See,
Well,
that's
I
how a
just
lot of
said-
people.
I just think as an auditor, he brings the most information to the table out of all channels I've ever seen. He teaches people how to do FOIA requests and everything. He's like hour-long videos, live streams, and it's amazing.
No,
that
yeah.
front.
Like I said, he definitely does a lot of research into what he does.
Mhm.
He does a FOIA request. He's like the Maxwell Reports version of auditing. You know what I mean? He does that kind of research into his stuff, and I respect him for that. I think that's awesome. I think that he does that, and a lot more than any other auditors do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stuff. What's up, my man?
Hey, how's it going, kids? I just got here, so I just saw your notification for some reason. But anyway, so we're just talking about whatever. I was just going back to the chat, trying to catch up. So,
Oh, it's just anything goes, man. We're just talking about whatever subject someone wants to bring up. We've already covered quite a bit in just this hour that we've been on.
I can imagine.
So yeah, yeah.
Everybody's good tonight. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, good afternoon so far. It's only afternoon here. It's like what? It's almost 3 now.
Yeah, it's almost 6 here. So,
Nice.
It's-
So how was? All right. So
Well, Martha, it's almost.
yeah, I think it is.
yeah. Yeah, it's very strange that Furry, with so many lawsuits, never does follow-ups. Oh yeah, absolutely. Furry's always filing complaints, lawsuits, and all that, but you never hear about what happened. Like unless the news channel or news article follows up on. That's the only way you're gonna get some of the stuff done. And then Josh, whatever, man. You ever notice whenever Josh, any kind of story is done about anything that Josh has covered, look, guys, we're in the news.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
We're in the news,
Well,
like.
I like. No, I was just gonna say I like how Josh or somebody brags how many people they got fired. Where's the evidence, man?
Listen, we were talking about this. May, how many people has Josh actually gotten fired? I'm going to say 0 because I don't think he's gotten anyone fired. Now, he claims, I think at least 10 he's claimed, but I guarantee you he hasn't, not one has been fired. Now, not unless
I
you
don't think
consider, unless you consider paid leave being fired, then maybe, because I think Josh sometimes considers paid leave as being fired.
There's
I
no
wouldn't put
way.
it past them.
There's just no way because I've had a situation where it looked like I was totally in the right and the cop was in the wrong, and he completely got away with it. There's no way they could have got him fired. Unless it's true, but I never got a cop fired myself.
Oh no, he's got what, a U.S. Marshal fired. He got deputies fired. He got an IRS tax agent fired too.
Oh, good. Yeah, so he's doing his part in making sure. Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah, he's on it, man. He's like,
So,
if it weren't for him, there wouldn't be a cop fired in America.
oh, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, he's the man. He's the one. We can all count on him.
He has never fired a gun. Never mind fired CIA, FBI, and that's right, a judge. He did claim that he got a
Man.
judge fired too.
Oh, did he?
He claimed he got a
I
judge
remember
fired.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so full of shit.
how do you get a judge fired when you're on the run?
And it's a
Basically.
lifetime appointments. I mean, it's not gonna,
Well, Josh must know. He's the man. We should ask him. How do you get a judge fired? Anybody want to ask him that?
if you do go in under a sock account, and before you say, Josh, we love you. I heard that you fired a judge. How'd you do it, Joshy? And then he'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that. I should go
But
in
you have to
under.
preface it with, Josh, I love you.
Oh,
I'll
You say
help.
that first.
Creepy.
You have to say that first. If you don't say
Yeah.
that first, we will not answer the question. Because he'll think you're a troll, which you will be, but you don't need he doesn't need to know that.
He doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It's not a bad idea. I should actually.
Because then we could have a great soundbite. That would be a great soundbite if he actually did come and say how he did it. And then we could go look it up and see how wrong he is.
Yeah, and just debunk him completely once and again. Oh, that would be so much fun.
Absolutely. It must be a secret government mission because the media has never reported any of this. Now remember, but no, that's not true, man. Remember, he is the sole reason that kid in Anderson, that's why the CNN got involved, because Josh broke the story first. If Josh wouldn't have said nothing, CNN wouldn't have known, because we all know Josh got that story on Facebook, right? Because there's no way CNN would have saw that video on Facebook, right? No way.
No, there's no way. It's all Josh. No.
Wait, he made CNN?
CNN, well, no, he didn't make CNN. There's a kid that made CNN, and Josh is claiming that if it weren't for him, that wouldn't have happened.
Oh, was that the auditor kid that filmed?
No. It was a kid that in Anderson, Indiana, that the cop took down with a chokehold, and
that guy. Okay.
yeah, and he went out there and and this is all the same video that he got in trouble for impersonating a police officer.
Oh, I got a cool idea. Why don't a bunch of us create this little fan group, a Josh fan group, and go sign up under our own little separate troll accounts and pretend like we love Josh and see what happens. But we all got to do it together.
Nah, I don't want to do all that.
Just for
I don't
fun.
I don't even want to pretend I like Josh.
Well, just for shits and giggles.
Well, you see, but the mistake was made. You mentioned it here. He's going to be expecting it now. You know, he has people that are watching my channel. I guarantee you, there's at least one. I actually looked at my subscribers, and I know there is one that subscribed to me that goes on his channel a lot. That I'm sure is spying on my channel. I guarantee it.
Okay.
So things are being reported to him for sure.
Mm. All right. Well, let him report. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. So it'd have to be something you talk about off air if you want to do something like that, or else he's going to expect it.
Yeah, that's true. It was a good idea, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, he is totally a narcissist. All right. So we talked about Josh. Now let's talk. What else you guys want to talk about? Give us the subjects in the chat. What do you guys want to hear about? Be anything. If you want to talk about Barry Bonds, we can talk about Barry Bonds. If you want to talk about Babe Ruth or whatever, doesn't matter. We'll talk about it. What do you guys got? Or anybody up here, do you have anything you guys want to talk about?
I noticed that you're not out trolling nature today.
No, it's too hot
what
outside.
happened to that?
It's too hot. It's too hot outside.
Yeah, it's got up to pretty hot here today. It's going to get even hotter tomorrow for a couple of days.
The only reason I did that is because it was overcast in the morning. I think it only got to 80 that day. So I'm like, this is the perfect day to go out and eat.
Oh, 80 is not a bad temperature. I mean, I'm also getting old and crusty. So either if it's too hot or way too cold, I don't deal anymore. It's got to be not like when I was a kid. I could be outside in the middle of winter for 12 hours and not even bat an eye. Now I go outside for 5 minutes and I'm like, nope, inside. Let's go. Come on. I'm done. I don't know what anybody else does, but
So, yes, this summer's been pretty. Has not been a mild summer. Let's put it that way. It's definitely not been. It was a mild winter, but not a mild summer.
It's been
No,
a
it's
whole.
been brutal.
Well, then the fact that you can't go to too many places that you like to go to. I mean, like I used to be able to go to for a while there. Like the dog park was even closed, so I couldn't even take my pups to the dog park. You know?
Yeah, anybody that wants to come on the panel can come on the panel, man. And just feel free to come on if you want to join. Join. Kimber, I know you're having some internet issues, but you're welcome to come on if you want. Tim, you can come on. May, you need to hurry up and come on. Figure out your tablet so you can come on. That way you can start giving everyone some shit.
Yeah, please.
Taze is here. Taze wants me to go on for 20 hours. May. That's not going to happen. Yeah, May, come on.
I still like that idea. We should do. You should do a stream marathon.
No,
I don't know who'd stay up 20 hours and watch.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't. That's my problem. I'd be up from a lot of it. I'd be up talking to myself. I'm not going to do that.
Do it in shifts.
What's up, Tim? Well, yeah, if I could maybe have I'll do a couple hours and then someone else could come on and host it for a little while. Like Tim, would you be down? I'll do 3, 4, 5 hours. You can do 5 hours on one. Then we can get May to do 5 hours. Then Case can do 5 hours. Or Tim, Jim. Jim Wahlberg can do 5 hours. Jim will be good. And we can get Taco on. Maybe even Sandra can come on and do it.
Dude, I'll be like the Jerry Lewis of this. I'll go the whole 24 hours.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Man, you're not boring. Everyone loves reading your books in the chat, don't you? Don't you all just? I know I do. I love when May comments because it's always insightful and it's always right on point. It always makes me laugh.
Yeah,
I look forward to May's comments, and I'm sure May's commentary in person, which is right off the head, is even better.
How come she never comes on the panel?
She, for a while, May was having couldn't figure out how to get on with the iPad, I think.
But
I'm not sure if that's still something. I don't know. Are you still having issues with your iPad, or now is it just you're making us wait? That's what it is. I think you should make us wait in anticipation. Make us wait in anticipation. It's like the Avatar sequel. She's treating her first appearance like the Avatar sequel. Will it happen? Will it not happen?
Well, you know what she's doing? She's keeping score right now on you, and everybody else. And then she's waiting to jump in at that moment when the score is just right. That's against us.
Or maybe she's waiting.
She's waiting for Marvel Phase 4, I think.
Jesus.
Josh.
They're awesome. Your comments are great. Yeah, they are. Hope, what's up? Big D, he had some fun. I've never heard of Big D, but check out Big D, I guess. PayPal Patty and his defamation suit against him.
Someone mentioned PayPal Patty earlier this week.
Someone said what?
Someone mentioned in the comments earlier that Patty got arrested earlier this week and didn't use his cuffs.
Morning, everybody.
What's up, Jim?
What's going on, Kenny? How's everybody's day? I was watching. I heard Josh's name a few times, and I got triggered, and I wanted to come on, and I wanted to join and see what we were talking about.
We've just been talking about any and everything, man. We went from Glenn to we're talking about some of the stuff that's going on with BF and Sancho. We come to the conclusion that was just a big misunderstanding. Talk about Glenn. We talked about
what happened with Sancho?
It was just a misunderstanding with him and BF. BF was supposed to. I guess Sancho wanted BF to come on, which I think everyone knew that he wanted BF to come on. He wants all of the the watchdogs to come on and do a panel with him. Because it would be great content, and BF's awesome. He realizes this, and I guess BF didn't show up, and BF didn't tell him he was going to go on, so I don't think it was. And I guess it's just some. And then I guess BF had some sort of video posted today. I haven't seen it recently. I'm tired of people talking behind my back and everyone's wondering what it was he was talking about. I still think it was some frauditor that talk shit. That won't do it.
Who's BF?
Vilified freedom.
Vilified freedom. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta remember, like, he has his own channel and his own, like, if you notice, he has his own way he does his videos, right? His own niche, and like, yeah, we tried to get him to come up. We tried to get him to come up a couple times, Kenny, the other night, and I understand. I get it. I understand why he maybe wouldn't want to come up right away and maybe do some research on the people who are on the path. I don't know. It's his choice either way.
Oh no, absolutely.
I said earlier that I don't think he's like a live guy.
Yeah, he's a video. He's a video guy. I don't think I've ever seen him on a live.
I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does lives on his own channel.
Okay. Yeah, I meant as far as like panels, like going on the panels.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he's not into. He's not really into
them.
them.
I never
seems
seen
like a
him
great
on a
guy,
panel.
though.
No, not BF. No drugs on. It's VF. Vilified freedom.
Yeah, VF. Yeah, I love the way he commentates his frauditor videos. I think they're great.
And I honestly think a panel with Vilified and Szechuan would be fantastic. I'd love to see a panel like that. I think they would complement each other quite well. It'd be awesome to see if those two could get together and like do like a analysis of the auditor video. Man, I think that would be great. It would be so funny. It would be insightful. It would be great. I mean,
yeah,
I love this.
I mean,
Kenny, you talk about that, and remember one of the other panels that you did when you were talking about bringing the frauditors on to interview them, and you were like, I'd only be able to do them one-on-one. I can't have people on the panel. Maybe that's kind of like what you should do with VF, if you want to get them on your show.
I've tried to get. I've asked him if he wanted to collab. He said he's open to it. I haven't really pursued it too far. I mean, I asked him that one time, and that was all I asked.
Maybe Sancho can do it.
And I think
Sancho's trying to get him on. But like we said, he's like more of a video guy, and I don't know. Maybe he would. Maybe he'd be willing to come on sometime. I don't know. I guess I could try and pursue it. I don't know. I mean, I can attempt it. I mean, I can only try. If he says no, he says no, sort of thing. I mean, I'm not going to push anyone to do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, Vilified's his own person. He's got his own, like everybody's saying, he's got his own style.
Yeah.
And he makes his own choices. And I mean, you put it out there. If he chooses to take a grab, then great. If not, okay, well, all right, we move on. And let him, like, he's good. He's really good at what he does.
I think the other thing with him is I don't think he wants to get caught up in the drama, right? There's a difference between commentating videos and talking about the wrong things that the frauditors are doing. And then there's another line of thought and talk where it's, like where we're talking about other things that maybe aren't as factual stuff. It's a lot of opinion. It's a lot of conjecture. And I think VF goes for more of the legal view of it. Like, no, you idiot, you're not allowed to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's not into the drama of this craziness that these other people are doing. So
he's almost like an actual reporter.
Yeah. Well, his term is jackwagon, not idiot.
Jackwagon.
That's the main thing I'm missing.
Jackwagon.
That's the main thing I'm missing on my channel. I don't have any kind of catchphrases. I don't have a sign off. I don't have a cool sign off. VF's got all that.
Dude, I gave it to you, Kenny. I've done it every night on your show so far. You can have it, bro. You can have my line.
What is it?
It'll be your closer. If nobody told you they loved you today, you're hanging with the wrong people. It's your closer, man. It's the greatest quote. I mean, because it's like truth. You know what I mean?
So shit, then I should be divorcing my wife then, right?
Well, with that, you can say if she hasn't told you in a week, then you're good.
Okay, yeah, okay. She has in the last couple of days. All right, but not today. She hasn't done that yet today, so.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that jackwagon thing you came up with VF, man. That was freaking awesome, man. I love watching all of his videos. Well, Showcase Facts is awesome, too. I like him. He's really good.
Hey, Kenny, everybody. So let's see. I don't know about the people up here, but you were around for the jail telephone begging. So I cannot wait when because like now he doesn't have Hot Tow Truck Girl, but now he has Brian, Paulie. He has that little crew, right? Where he can contact from jail to get his videos out and his screaming messages about how he's not scamming but needs money while you're in prison getting 3 hots in a cot.
Well, that's why he set up his new little network of NNE and Paulie and all that. This is his network. This is how he's going to make his money. This is how he's going to get his message across. This is how he's going to keep getting donations. They're going to keep his name active. They're going to keep talking about him. They're like, Josh was illegally arrested and all this, when we all know, no, he wasn't. He was impersonating a cop. If they're honest with themselves, they'll see it too. That's much really
they're not going to be honest. They're not going to be honest with themselves. You know that.
But no, they will. They. So here's the thing. Like, this is what happened last time. When he went to jail last time, people dropped off. Not right away. It took a minute. It took some videos. It took some explaining. It took a lot of factual evidence to be shown for people to realize. And he lost a lot of people. But then he got out quick. We knew he was going to get his bail back. And he got out quick. And he tried to make this big comeback that didn't happen. He actually fell off when he came out. And then he met No Name. And then when he met No Name, he thought he was going to get back on it again because he has a driver and blah, 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 blah. Well, what happened? He fucked over No Name. And then he thought he was going to grab onto somebody else, remember? And then what happened? He fucked them over. And then he just ends up back at home and meets Brian. And now it's just a matter of him fucking them over. You know?
How did he meet Brian? How did they come into contact with each other? I don't even know. Was Brian a fan that decided to go out nodding and told him he was going to do it? Or?
Yeah. So Brian watched his video. Brian had watched his videos. Brian knew about him. And they lived semi close. And I guess some stuff was going on. And Brian reached out for help. And the only person that helped him, he said, was Abrams. And I asked him in the email. I said, "What kind of help did you want?" And it was all about the numbers, right? Because Josh has numbers and he doesn't. He wanted those numbers. He needed to get above 1,000 and he got that. And now he's just stalled out. You know what I mean? It's like, hasn't gone anywhere. And they'll see, like when the chief is gone, they'll see how slowly their channels fall apart because we won't care about them anymore. They won't be part of the news anymore. We don't give a fuck about them.
No. Do we care about it now? Do we care about it now?
No, the only reason I even mentioned them the other night is because of what they did to Matt. And like whenever I go, if I ever decide to go on any one of their channels, I never let anyone know where I'm going. I don't let you guys know that I'm going on their channel so you guys can watch. I just go on and I do my thing, because it's. I don't think any of you guys really want to go on their channel, even though I do see a few people in some of their panels just to give them shit, which I think is pretty funny.
Well, no, they want to. So what they want you to do is they want you to come on the panel, right? So that they can get whatever information they can get from your StreamYard profile, whether that's an email by authenticating it, so that if you say or do anything on the show, they're going to dox you. So. Wow. That's what they did with Morgie when Morgie went up to try and talk. Like they tried to have us all come up one day, and we knew what they were doing. We figured it out, so we didn't send anybody up. We were like, it was sad that Morgie was the sacrificial lamb, but we knew what they were doing. Abrams was in the background, running names, trying to figure out who these people are, so that he could dox their information, and then post pictures of the people with dicks in their mouth, like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's to try to do a Murpha, which is really fucked up.
Oh yeah, that was Murpha.
Wow.
That was Murpha, not Morgie. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was Murpha that got the bad end of the deal.
That's sad that they have to go. They go to this length, right?
Oh no, and these are the people that are defending your First Amendment rights. They're your constitutional Crusaders, like Paulie has his channel they call Constitutional Crusader. Yeah, he sure doesn't act like one on NNE's panel or his own panel. So I mean, I don't know where he got that freaking name from.
So, hey Kenny, I'll have to send you the unlisted videos that I have of Abrams, of when he talked about his recent arrest at home, and then when he talked about like how they treated him and the things that they let him do while he was in custody. You know how he said he was
I saw all that. He talks about how they treated him like a god, and they were bringing him separate food, but he said, "No, you can't do this. I'm going to eat like everyone else." He's, get the fuck out of here. They did not do that.
Yeah, none of that. Listen, none of that happened. I talked to NEMLAC, which is the fugitive task force in Massachusetts, and I asked them. I said, you know, this guy is saying that the only reason that you guys came to get him was because the local department refused to come and get him. And they said, that's not how it works. It's a fugitive out-of-state warrant. The local PD doesn't handle fugitive out-of-state warrants. That's what our company is for. That's why we are who we are. And then I explained to him, I said, well, in the video, I said, if you have an email, I can send it to you. He talks about how your officers are allowing him to film in the back of your vehicles, that he was allowed to have personal property on him. You guys cuffed him in the front nice. You were cordial with him. You were offering him things that other people weren't getting. And the guy was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he gave me his email and I sent him the video.
Yeah.
So is this all true?
Wow.
No. This is the thing. Josh realizes that no one can prove that he didn't do it. Right? There's no video evidence. That's why he always says, show me the video of all this happening, because he knows there's no video. It's his word against the cop's word. And anybody on Josh's channel, who are they going to believe? A cop or Josh?
Josh.
They're going to believe Josh every single time.
He didn't. I mean, if I were to go on a video and lie about something, I did nothing illegal though. At the same time, I mean, it's not defamation or anything.
No. So what I'm saying is the reason we point this out is this. We point it out because if you lie about all the small things that are irrelevant, that mean nothing, that you just inflate the story to make you sound better. No, the bottom line was you were arrested for a fugitive warrant for impersonating a police officer. You were taken, you were arraigned, you were given bail, and then you were released on your own recognizance. What about all that bullshit in the middle, all those lies? That just hurts you because you're saying that these officers broke protocol and procedure for you, and it could get them in trouble. Do you understand that? And so, and saying that he got the sheriff fired, right? So
that could get him in trouble. Never thought of that.
He said he got the sheriff fired in Indiana, right? So I messaged Sergeant Ziegler, and I spoke with him, and no, that sheriff is not fired. So it's just another lie out of his mouth. But he tells his community this stuff because it sounds so like glorious, doesn't it? Like that your superhero is doing all this stuff. He's not doing all this stuff, people. He's not.
No, we don't. We know that.
And now he's begging for money because he's.
I don't know why anybody looks up to an auditor as a superhero. I mean, I would never want to be looked up to as a hero in any way. You know, like that's just you're there for the public. You're there for the community. That's how it should be.
No draws.
Nobody should be looking up to you.
No draws on in chat says, is this guy Jaw? Did he used to be a California citizen and hung out with SGV? His voice sounds like him. If you think have a West Coast voice, have you listened to my voice? You know who you talk to, eh? I'm from Philadelphia, man. You know we do guys out there like, huh? No, nowhere near Cali, buddy. I'm from the East Coast, man. Sorry.
One of my ex-wives is from Philadelphia.
What parts?
I don't remember. Somewhere. It was 20 plus years ago. I mean, back.
East.
Yeah, that's just one of the things. I mean, like Jaw was saying, man. what Josh says, he's able to lie about just these little things and just little insignificant things like that. And then when you take into account when he's lying about the Third Amendment, when he's lying about, when he's giving misinformation about the Third Amendment, you take that into account with that. Like when I went on Paul, he said, well, maybe he just is having a bad day and he slept up. Okay, that's true. But then you have instances where he's doing this. Or yesterday when he said that the cops snuck up on that kid like he was a gazelle, when you clearly see in the video, the whole time the cop is standing behind him. He does not sneak up on that kid just to garner sympathy, just to get stuff. Where is the line crossed? Does he have any morals?
So
you know what I mean?
Sorry. So Kenny, I was going to say this on your show last night, and I didn't remember. I stopped. So when Josh was down in the South, when they were doing their little South tour, and he had to be back for his court hearing, right? He was down there with No Name and a bunch of those guys. They rented him a car to try and get him back on time because he said he had lost his wallet, didn't have ID, couldn't fly. Well, here's what ended up happening. So what Josh was doing was Josh was canceling his flights, right? And he was telling the probation office back home that he wasn't canceling them, that the actual flight company was canceling them. So what he was doing was he was trying to give himself more time before he had to come back. He wanted to get that hearing continued based upon him not being able to get home. So Josh actually canceled 3 flights. He canceled them, not the flight company. He canceled them, and then was going to take the car and drive it all the way back. But when No Name didn't go for that, he had to figure a way to get back. Well, all of a sudden, at that point, he was able to get on a plane and get home. Like, I won't go into the wallet thing. I won't go into the fact that his mom ordered him a new ID. That's all bullshit. We all know he didn't lose the wallet. We all know it was never, ever taken into the jail. They've already put out the itemized list of things that were taken in. Like, the jail has already, we heard the recording with Josh on the phone with them telling Josh, your wallet never came into the prison. Like, so all of those lies from down there, he was manipulating his probation officer, thinking that he couldn't get on a flight because of ID when he was canceling flights that, by the way, his subscribers were paying for. It's crazy, man.
Wow.
It's irrelevant.
See, I don't think he wanted to come back up here because he didn't want to deal with his shit. I mean, evidently he's going to come up and bite you in the ass in the end anyways.
Absolutely. I think he's blinded. He really thinks his celebrity status is going to save him from all this shit. And as long as his followers buy it, it doesn't matter what actually happened. You know, right. They're not going to look it up and find out what really happened. But then he forgets there's people like us out here who are going to report it, and there are going to be some of your. And I think he doesn't understand that some of his supporters do come on our channel, and eventually they are going to start seeing through your bullshit, and they're going to spread it. And one by one, you're going to start losing support. And you know what? If I could turn one person on to Josh's lies, I consider that a success.
Yeah,
Josh did a great job.
I think we did. And the reason I shared that story was just to share like how big his ego is and how manipulated he could be, that he was fooling everybody with that. And it was just a simple phone call, right? To find out if this flight out of this area to here was canceled. You know what I mean? No, the flight's not canceled. The flight's still running. No, come on, Josh. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, man. That's just great. You know what it is? To me, that just tells me he still has that criminal mentality of, if I say it enough, it becomes true.
Yep. So
sorry.
No, you're good, Kenny. So I've spoken to probation now, Kenny, 3 times, and every time I talk to him, I give him the same spiel I give him every time, and then I say, "Is somebody going to call me back to let me know what's going on? This guy is a fucking he's a safety to the public." And they keep telling me, I quote, We have all the information. We're looking and investigating everything right now, and somebody will get back to you and let you know what's going on. I don't think I don't think they want to get back to me until after they arrest him. That's what I think it is. I think that, but when he gets back to Mass, they're going to revoke his bail. Because when I say I'm putting pressure, bro, I've emailed like a shit ton of people that are surrounded by the district attorney's office. I've emailed everybody about him.
Wow.
And all the shit he's doing.
That's impressive, man.
Now, the reason he's stuck in Indiana is because he has to settle what's going on in Indiana, right? Before he can leave, right?
Right. So what the judge did, the judge put a hold on him for this new charge. The judge said, we don't want him going back to Massachusetts and then having him have to come back down here. We'll put him in hold. He'll have his arraignment. He'll get bail, and he'll be released to go back to Massachusetts.
Next time.
So here's
not going to keep it.
Now, what do you guys think? Now, Josh, remember when he first went down there? He tried to say, "I went down there and I thought I was going to be." He thought he was not getting out, right? Now, the way at least I'm thinking of what happened is, I'm thinking his lawyer was in contact with the DA that whole time. I think it's safe to say that, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Who's
Yeah.
So Josh's lawyer was in contact with the DA for sure, right?
Well, they probably spoke. Yeah, that's what happens. That's normal procedure. They speak.
Exactly. So then but before he went in, how you think he would have known that they're gonna? I mean, obviously they knew he was trying to get released off of, release with the Republican reconnaissance thing. Do you think maybe it was already settled that was going to happen before Josh started asking for bail money, or do you think he genuinely didn't know if he was going to get out or not, or do you think that was another one?
So the way it works is this, right? My lawyer, he goes and talks to the DA, right, about this hearing today, and then my lawyer will come back and say, "Hey, they're asking for this bail, or they're going to give you no bail, or whatever." You know what's going to happen when you walk in between the DA and you. You don't know if the judge himself, though, will accept it. So you can agree to bail, and then a judge can look and say, yeah, but this guy's got bail here. No. I think that you guys got to come up with something better, right? So there's always that judge that could just throw it out and make you do a new bail agreement. But yes, he clearly knew he wasn't getting locked up. If he acted like he thought he was, it's a lie.
So what you're thinking is he knew he was going to get out, and the bail money was just for walking around money.
Right. Again, it was another reason for him to get money. And like what he does is he'll say, and if I don't have bail, guys, we'll just use it as expenses, right? So, but here's the thing. I'm not sure, like, if maybe, so Indiana's holding him right now for this crap charge, this bullshit charge they got him on now. I call it a crap charge. But anyway, it's a charge enough. When he goes in for that, if Massachusetts asks them to hold him, like if Massachusetts revokes his bail and tells them, yo, his bail's revoked, we need you to hold him, and, do they want to pay the money to have to go pick him up? See, here's the thing. Wherever Josh goes into jail out for the charge is where his time is going to be done. So even though his charges in Mass happened first, if he could get sentenced on that impersonating a cop first, he would have to do his time in Indiana. And then when he was done doing his time in Indiana, go back to do his time in Massachusetts. If Massachusetts gets him first in prison, then do you see where I'm going with the legality of it?
Yeah, then he'll have to go to Indiana. Yeah. So it's possible he's going to be away for quite a while if things go
right. And you can't. So you can run charges within your state, like counties can run charges together. Like if I'm in one county doing 2 months and in another one doing 2 months, they can say it works together. But out of state, you can't. You cannot. So he couldn't get like that time ran with this time. It doesn't happen unless it was federal, and it's not. So,
right. And actually, if I could just say one thing, you know, I hate to be the pessimist in the crowd here, but if anybody thinks that Josh or Glenn or any of these other morons are going to spend any serious time in jail or prison or whatever, I think you're sadly mistaken, because they're letting out murderers and rapists now. You know, nobody cares anymore.
right, but there's still, here's the thing you have to understand about Barry, and I do agree with you with that. And a lot of the people that are getting out have done their time or have done a portion of their time, and they're not getting out straight out. They're going out to halfway houses and three-quarter houses where there's still structure and there's still some accountability. Abrams, on the other hand, has a prior criminal record score that I calculated to be 3.5, which means that based upon his robbery charge and the sentence guidelines in Massachusetts, he's doing a minimum 2 to 5, a minimum 2 to 5. I don't know about the Indiana stuff. I don't know if Indiana can use his prior record from Massachusetts against him. I don't know how it works state to state. I don't know if they can do that, or if he has a fresh, clean slate down there and that charge just carries like something petty. But in Massachusetts, he's looking at state time, and he knows that. And if you go back and watch the video, News New England, when I spent about 2 hours railing Josh on the Massachusetts legal system and how he's going to jail and how he's not, you know, how he said, I'm not going to sign a guilty plea and blah, blah, blah. If you go back and watch that, you'll see in Josh's face, he knows he's doing time. He knows.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I think you know that just from the fact that how he's starting up all this. He started up the NNE. He's getting his network ready. He needs his income. He knows he needs it. Just like, so yeah, you know he knows.
The more channels he can get up above 1,000, right? That he has control on, that he can generate revenue from by other people posting videos on it while he's away. I don't know if it's legal or not, but I don't know if you can run a YouTube channel. I don't know if you can be part of the YouTube partnership program from prison, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah, you probably can if somebody else is running your channel.
And he's in the partnership. But if you can prove that the owner of the channel is in prison to YouTube, they can shut the channel down.
It's true. Yes, that is true. That'd be interesting to see.
Maybe,
I'm not sure. You have to look at all the fine line of that, but I would assume that you can't be in prison to be part of the another
That's
thing is
something you probably have to email them about.
Yeah, definitely, because you can't call anyone anymore in this day and age. God, it's a pain in the ass trying to get a hold of anyone. Call through email, and then when you try and get a hold of them through email, they send you through their FAQ, and it's all automated. Oh, it's just God damn you, coronavirus.
Oh, did anybody here, speaking of coronavirus, the line going around is, I'd rather have COVID-19 than Biden 20?
No,
I'd rather have Biden.
What's wrong with Biden? Biden's a good man. Come on.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying that was pretty clever. Whoever came up.
It was clever, but I don't like Biden. I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he has a chance in hell of winning. Even if he does win, he won't be the president. He'll be declared unfit, and his vice president will be the president. In my opinion.
That's a whole different panel in itself, right there, Kenny.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
That could be the 24-hour marathon one.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, everyone was leaving right away with that shit. So Josh is using, from my understanding, it's a privately retained lawyer. I don't think it's, correct me if I'm wrong here, Albert, but I don't think it's a court-appointed attorney, right? He has his own private attorney.
Or a sovereign citizen.
I think he has his own attorney.
Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure.
I saw a video of a sovereign citizen who claimed to be an attorney general.
That's a new
Right,
one.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that before.
yeah. He was educating the cops that arrested him.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
I
we
love
have.
that.
Well, we have an auditor. We have an auditor that's actually running for Congress.
No.
What?
No, who?
There's an auditor that's running for Congress. You know the one that got arrested with Josh, the one that the black officer took down. He's actually running for Congress.
Wait, who's
Oh
that?
God.
Yeah, in Indiana, he's running for Indiana Congress. I can't remember his name.
That's crazy.
Oh, maybe that's why Josh is still out there. He's campaigning with him.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently he is good friends with Josh and all that, and just the way he was. And if you saw that arrest, I mean, yeah, that he was like, "Fuck you, Pop. You fucking do stuff like this." Okay, first of all, you're running for Congress. He used that to try and get views. That's why he did that. He was hoping that something would happen because that made national news. You saw articles that said candidate for Congress arrested and all this stuff, and the cop, and so it became national news. And his website's all talking about how it was bullshit and blah blah blah. Just he was using it for publicity. And
Hey,
I'm
Kenny.
surprised. I'm surprised. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
I'm
you're good.
surprised Josh wasn't talking about how. See, accountability. Oh, so good that we have members of Congress that support our channel. I'm surprised you had to say anything like that yet. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to know if I have to keep my PG pictures up.
Maybe PG.
My PG pictures, like my avatars. Like
You have something that. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh God.
You're scaring me for a minute there. Like you're not gonna porn bomb me, man.
No. That one's my favorite. Look at that
Oh.
Oh, jeez, that's horrible.
I'll do the other one. It's like, this one's a little.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, it's nuts, man. I think I've and you know what the sad thing is like coming from like I've done 3 prison sentences, like I've been in that world. I was a heroin addict for 20 years. I would never do what I'm doing now, like emailing a probation officer, right?
Right.
Something had to come over me to feel that this guy was that bad that I had to just you have to get rid of him, right? And that's why I'm doing it. I don't care what people say. Well, that's snitching. All right, well then it is what it is. Come see me. I'm in cell 203. Tie your boots tight. Tie your boots tight, baby.
See, here's the thing with that whole snitching thing. This is my stance on it. Okay, when someone claims snitching, to me, there has to be something done wrong.
Right.
In order for someone to be snitching. The connotation for me is if you're snitching on someone that's doing something wrong. Right? So if you're not doing anything wrong, so it wouldn't be snitching. Maybe they can say you're tattling, but I wouldn't go as far as say you're snitching. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just as far as where I come from and like I thought about this, right? I used to have this cellie. He was an old head black dude, right? And coolest guy in the world, man. Used to be a pimp in the old days. He's doing life. Anyway, he used to tell me when I'd have problems, I'd come in the cell. I'd be like, dude, I'm getting ready to smash this fucking guy, man. And he's like, what happened? Fuck, he knocked my shampoo bottle over, dude. I'm not kidding. He's like, bro, he knocked your shampoo bottle over, man. Think about it, man. But like, if I would have went to him and said, yo, there's this dude that's doing this shit, man. I'm getting ready to put paperwork in on him. He would have told me, no, you can't put paperwork in him. You have to just go do what you have to just go do. And I'm not that person anymore. And I don't live in Massachusetts. So I can't just go smack him in his mouth, right? So my other alternative is, get what's coming to him a little bit faster if I can.
Right. So now that brings up to my next question. This is going to be for everyone on the panel, okay? Anyone in chat. So if you could, would you go up and try and smack some sense into Josh if given the space and the opportunity? Source one.
No, I wouldn't.
No? Okay, fair enough. What about you, Greg?
Does a good curb stopping count?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay, I'll do that.
Stuff. What about you?
Are there any legal ramifications on my end?
There probably would be.
There probably would be. Okay.
He'd sue you. You know he would.
I would definitely just, smack him upside the head and just ask him, what the fuck are you doing?
Tim?
In no uncertain terms, and see how he reacts.
Right.
Well, Stuck, you could always give him a curb stomp and just get rid of the body.
There you go. Or drop it in acid.
But that's
Bingo.
That's called.
I'm not condoning it.
What about you, Jim?
Yeah, and so
the Wes Craven and me would just love to just do something Freddy Kruegerish to him. But I'm actually a reasonable human being in my old age, I guess. I'm an old fart. He's not worth the effort. He's not worth the time. I'd rather laugh at him than get into anything physical with him.
And I would do to him, and I would hope and I would pray that it would get filmed, right? And if I got a little bit of time for doing it, I probably wouldn't, because even if you agreed with Josh, like, yo, listen, we're manning this, right? Nobody's telling. He would still tell, because I'm gonna smack him right across his mouth, and then I'm gonna tongue kiss him. That's it.
What?
I'm gonna smack him across the mouth, and then I'm gonna stick my tongue in his mouth. You know why? Because he's a bitch.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, but what are you gonna eat beforehand?
Player of Billy Tibbetts here. Would it be that easy? He did beat down Billy Tibbetts, according to him.
He did not beat Billy Tibbetts down. Let's not. Okay, Kenny.
No, I know.
Is there a video?
I know, but you worded that very well to get a reaction.
Billy? Oh, I thought he was talking about when they were talking about. I thought they were talking about Turbot.
No. This guy, Billy Tibbetts, who ex-hockey player, am I correct?
Yeah, I didn't know he was in jail with him.
Yeah, so he was in jail with him, and he didn't like Abrams. They got into a fight. They both went to the hole, and Josh was claiming, like, through phone calls and whatever else when he got out, that he had beat the shit out of Billy Tibbetts. And everybody wanted him to show proof, and he kept saying he had the disciplinary report. He had all his paperwork, right, from prison. He was in a hotel room at this time, and he's reading it, and he's got it, like, kind of angled away from the camera as he's reading it, and he reads a line that says, I, officer whatever, witnessed inmate Abrams getting the best of inmate Tibbetts, right? That line did not even exist on that disciplinary report. It never said that. And so somebody else who had the report at the time had pointed that out. And so then everybody in Josh's live stream was going, yo, push it closer to the camera so we can read it. And he kept not wanting to do it. Remember, Kenny? He's like, and when he finally did it, he did it just enough. You could see it never said that. Like, it never, we don't know who won,
That's his MO right there. Whenever he shows paperwork, he shows paperwork, but he shows it at a distance where you can't read what it says. And then he goes and reads his version of it.
Right.
So you get what he wants you to know, but not what it actually says. It's ridiculous.
And let me explain one more thing.
He doesn't want people.
So that people, because Josh put out misinformation that he was, and I think you covered this, Kenny, but that that the charges against him were dismissed without evidence against the sexual allegation that he had against him.
Oh, no.
That's not why the charges were dismissed. The charges were dismissed because they didn't have the victim. They had all the evidence they needed, but in Massachusetts, you have to have the victim at the first hearing, right? So since she didn't show up, they have to dismiss it without prejudice because she didn't show up. But what that means now is that he can still be arrested for that. If at some point she decided that whatever that happened to her is mentally, fucking her over now, and she goes back to the DA, he can get rearrested on it because of how they dismissed it. They can dismiss it with or without prejudice.
Yep.
So, and in his stupid little pea brain of his, the first thing he tells everybody is, see, that's why I tried to tell you guys, I didn't do nothing to her. I never did any of that shit that they said. That's why they dismissed it, because they had no evidence. No, Josh, that's not why. You're lying your first day out of jail.
Absolutely, and that I definitely covered that when he first that first live stream. He was out. He was up in the arms saying, "See, guys, he's probably show you paperwork," and he showed it, but of course he couldn't. Oh no, he showed it where you could read it, and you could read it, but he was just hoping nobody knew any of the legal terms and understood the legal. Unfortunately, probably a lot of his, I should say, it's probably true. A lot of the people that watch his channel probably don't know most of the legal terms that are in on that piece of paper.
Kenny, you
get away with that.
Kenny, come closer to the mic. We can't hear you. It's echoing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so
there you go.
Yeah, so he essentially was banking on the fact that none of his followers could understand the legal terms that were in that paper, and that's what happened.
And sometimes people would just easily.
All right, so Robert, dismissal with prejudice is they dismiss it, but they can go back and look at it whenever they want to. If new evidence arises, or they can get the victim to continue with the pressing of the charges, they can get them on it. But if it's without prejudice, it's just dismissed. They can't bring it back up, or else it would be under double jeopardy.
Yeah, according to the Supreme Court, when a suit has been a claim, a charge has been dismissed without prejudice, it means that the court is not making a decision on the merits or the evidence. Instead, it remains open to being brought in again. Put more clearly, if a case is dismissed without prejudice, it means that the action itself is stopped, but that the refiling of the same is not prohibited. Which means if it's with prejudice, that's what us inmates always say. Make sure you get it with prejudice, because you don't want nothing on the back end, right? So that's clearly how it was written, and that's how it was dismissed for him. And he tried to. Kenny did. I think you did a great video. That's where I got my knowledge from. Didn't you do a video on it?
Oh yeah, as soon as he came out, I initially did a live stream just for a reaction, and then I actually went and I did some research on it. And essentially he wasn't, because he came out, he said, "I'm innocent. I was declared innocent." And I was like, "No, Josh, that's not what your paperwork says. You were not declared innocent. They just didn't. They didn't rule on it.
Right.
You're saying, okay, Josh, well, we can't do it." And my understanding was Toe Truck Girl just didn't show up, and that's why it was released. That's why they did it the way they did, because she just didn't show up. And I think a lot of it had to do with her restraining order on him. They couldn't be in the same building at the same time. So it's a lot of technicalities that got him off.
Right. Yeah. But
Chalk 48, that's I see that all the time on Judge Judy.
And that of course then was another way for him to come out and try and preach to his crowd of look, we beat him, and no, dude, you tried to sexually fucking rape your girlfriend because she wouldn't fuck you because you just had some dude fuck her in front of you, you scumbag, and now you got out of jail on a technicality, basically, and now you're running around like your shit don't stink, you fuck.
Yeah, Josh does that quite a bit, man. It's pretty bad. Hey, man, at one point we were at 50 people here. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to
actually
chat. Thank you. Hit those thumbs, chat. Hit those thumbs, chat. Help that content creator. Show that support. It's free. It's not $800. He didn't lose his wallet. I promise you. He don't want no money.
I'm not asking for $800. No.
Yeah, he don't want no money.
Great. A view would be great, and especially comments. I enjoy the comments more than anything, because you guys are all on point with your comments, whether they're funny, whether they're factual, or whether they're just, or whether they're Tim Berry has his own genre in that they're Tim Berry type comments. They're factual or they're funny.
Kenny, do you like Imagine Dragons?
Love Imagine Dragons.
Imagine dragging this dick. Got him.
Oh man.
And I
He
knew I
got you
could get
good.
you. I knew I could get you with that one because we were talking bands the other day, and I'm like, Imagine Dragons is right in there.
If anybody wants
What's up,
to
Taco? Everyone, take a moment and go subscribe to Taco Josh. He's new on the block, but you know him from either here or Sancho or the Master Report. He started his own channel, and he needs the support. And he's awesome. And I'll be on there at some point. Yeah, click on his name and hit subscribe. He needs the support. Show him the love, and feel free to go up on his panel. I mean, if you want to go up on a panel and you don't want to go on one like mine or someone else's, go on Taco's. Taco's good. He talks about all kinds of stuff. So make sure you guys do that.
Oh, yeah.
Jim, why don't you ever start a YouTube channel? You're pretty good at all this.
Well, because I streamed on Twitch for 2.5 years, and like the anxiety and shit with that just pushed me away. And I'm a gamer, and yeah, I have a crazy setup, and I want to, but I've been pushing, like Kenny knows. I've been pushing Kenny's channel. I've been pushing Sancho's channel. I've pushed Masshole from the beginning, like on all my social medias, because mine are all around Twitch, but still it's pulling people in, you know what I mean? And so I thought about maybe, so my channel's I have my channel, I can go live, but I think if I'm going to do it, I'm using Streamlabs and I'm using Discord, and I'm going to do mine that way. It's going to be different. It'll look the same, but it's going to be a different feel. It's just because I'm easier with Streamlabs, you know, and I'm thinking about coming back and doing some, but I want to let like the guys that are coming. I don't want to throw another channel up, right? When Sancho just came back and Taco just came back, and then ask all my supporters to, you know, ask the community to all go over to me and take anything away from any of them guys. You know what I mean?
I don't think anybody, you'll be taken from anybody if you do your own thing.
Right.
More stuff to sit and stare at for more hours.
Yeah.
Well, and also just the thing is just like try and do what I do. I try not to go live and so when one of the people I like or whatever is going live. You know what I mean? Like if Master's going live, I try not to go live whenever. If Sancho's going live, I try not to go live when he goes live. You know, it doesn't always work out that way, but I try not to. But as long as you're doing something like that, I think you won't be taken away from you, because then no one has a choice. Oh wait, who do I watch? Sort of thing. Just say, hey, look, I'll wait till they go off and then I'll go on or something. Because we all have the same following, so
I just subscribed.
See, we're doing like a better version of what NNE wants to do. See, NNE wants to do it where when I go off, this guy goes on. You know what I mean? We're just doing it a lot better.
Well, the thing with News Now England is he tries to get Josh's subscribers, but Josh's subscribers, they're in for police content. What he does is really stream. I never really seen him do an audit whatsoever. So they're the wrong subscribers.
Can a mod give me permission to post a link?
Who's asking?
NNE is a lens licker.
Joe Albert
is. May will put Taco's channel, the URL up. If Taco, you can get the URL. May will put it up.
I subscribe.
Just put up Taco Josh. Just put up Taco Josh. Yeah. In the Google search bar, not Google, I'm sorry, YouTube search bar, and you should find. That's how I found it easily. Oh, another one that's just coming back, Pat Seguin. Look, it's a Pat Seguin show. That's another good one. He's coming back. Yeah. Hold on, I'll go ahead and make you a mod real quick, too.
I'm sorry to say, after talking about tacos and everything, I actually want to have some tacos. I'm sorry.
I said
it's all your fault. It's all your fault, Taco Josh.
Yeah, you got
look at that profile. Oh man,
that's the name of Taco. All right, Taco here. Taco, I'm gonna make you Taco. You're a mod. You can now do it on Jim. I'm gonna make you a mod. All right, you guys are now mods. You guys should be able to post it. Oh, and while we're subscribing to everyone else, if you haven't subscribed to my channel you're watching, if you're going to subscribe to them, it's only fair that you subscribe to me too.
Yeah, and turn that thumb blue. Hey guys, you know when you hit the thumb, it turns blue. It's so cool. Turn the thumb blue.
I know, right? It's awesome.
It is.
It's better than the little paperclip guy on Microsoft Windows.
Oh
Right?
God, I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
So here's a question for Extortion Watchers. We should team up and do a park audit together. What do you think, bro? Let's do a park audit together.
Do a park audit.
We can do a park audit together. We'll go make sure those squirrels don't
I was
fuck
going to say, will
around.
there be squirrels involved?
Yeah, those squirrels. Oh,
All hidden squirrels you can mess with.
I mean, I could do a live audit right now.
Oh, go for it. Go do a live audit. We'll put you in the big screen. We'll have a live audit and we'll all critique your park audit. What do you guys think? Give me a 1 if you want to see Greg perform a live audit and all of us here critique it.
That's if I can find them.
What do you guys think? Give me a 1 if you want to see it.
Oh,
the Starlight says leave the squirrels alone. Jimmy says audit the squirrels.
I want to thank all the whole nobody that went and subscribed to me. You guys are amazing.
Well, see, the thing is, you gotta start pumping out more content. You start
Oh,
pumping out more content.
I got to make sure the squirrels are out.
I got 1.7K subscribers on Twitch. I might as well just keep going live over there.
Here we go. You got 3 people, so it's all right, Greg. You're on the ball now. Now you got to go out and audit. They want to see it.
All right. Let me find some squirrels.
Audit squirrels.
Here.
When you do, I'll put you on the big screen. Squirrel lives matter. Let's see if he can do as good a job as I can. He probably has a better camera than me.
I worry about those poor squirrels when Kenny's out.
Usually they come out early. Ew. Right when
Uh-oh. The squirrels got him.
I don't think they want to be audited today, people.
They're using their Third Amendment rights.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
Don't violate their Third Amendment rights, Greg. Don't do it. I know it's tempting.
Let's see. No.
And you brought the
they're
little
just being shy.
Look for the rats. Mr. Airhead wants to see a rat. Audit the rats. We all know they're very ratty.
Squirrels are rats.
Oh, well.
Vlad will PayPal you $10 if you detain a squirrel.
Oh, shit. All right, Vlad. Come here, squirrers. Come here, squirrels. $10.
That's right. They are making privacy. You have to respect that they are creating privacy for you.
$10 if you detain a squirrel, says Vlad.
Hey, squirrels, come out with your paws up. I'll just raid your home.
Looking at you like, what?
Come out with your hands up. No throwing nuts at me or anything. Nope. I mean, I could audit a stick or something.
Okay, guys.
But
see,
no wildlife.
Okay, so here's my interpretation so far of this audit. This particular auditor is going out looking for trouble. You see, he's not letting the squirrels find him. He's looking for content. So, guys, would that qualify him? Would that qualify him as a frauditor, guys? He's looking for content. Greg, you're not doing such a good job right now.
Well,
bro.
if you guys, send me, $900, I could buy a shitload of nuts and get a lot of squirrels, Just a little contribution of, $200 each out of everybody in here,
Oh, there it is.
We can work with that.
There it is. There's the PayPal. There it is. Begging for money. He begging. He's begging.
Hey, Kenny. If you could, if I can make an announcement for Masshole real quick, that their live will be on Facebook tonight, because the video that got striked was a live stream, And so they can't, until that's resolved, they can't go live on YouTube. So they're going to do it on their Facebook page. It looks like. So anybody in the Discord can get it. It's in there now. But I just figured I'd make that to everybody in here who's not in Discord now.
Okay, cool. Grumpy want to know did you lose your wallet? Did it have $800 in it?
My wallet's in my room and it's quite empty. Embarrassingly enough, it is empty. But no.
Well, he doesn't have
maybe I should lose
$800. Oh man, that's funny stuff.
Yeah.
No squirrels, huh?
Well, yeah, they're very picky. Huh.
No squirrels, just a bunch of concerned neighbors.
Yeah, probably. Well,
Wait, who's this creep walking around our yard filming shit?
Right. They're gonna start freaking out your neighbors.
Yeah, squirrel.
Now start doing what Furry does. Start speaking in a phony Arabic gibberish. Go for it.
They can signal super squirrels.
Like that. I don't.
Start walking around the yard like a ninja.
Is that good?
That works.
Stop crawling around like you're in Black Ops.
Yeah, dude, now practice your news now, Floyd. Channel your news now, Floyd.
Hey, does anybody got handcuffs I could borrow so I can carry them on me?
Remember, if you send him handcuffs, make sure they're the pink fuzzy one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course.
Fucking good.
Oh man, got a shalamala hala. There we go. Shalahala mala.
She probably just
This is
cursed.
why I can't be a frauditor.
Taco wants to know: are they violating your 7th and 11th Amendment rights?
Oh God,
they're violating all my rights. Every single amendment they violated.
Damn squirrels.
Especially that third amendment, right? Especially that third amendment.
Oh, lawsuits all over.
Oh man, you're gonna sue the squirrel. So wait, now remember, you're gonna have to sue Mother Nature because Mother Nature is their supervisor. Now we need a number so everybody cannot call Mother Nature and report that these squirrels are hiding from our highly qualified auditor.
Do not call this number. 000123456 Do not call them.
This auditor is hero.
Do not talk to Corporal Squirrel Jones.
Yes, Gary puts up a good point. The squirrel is violating the Third Amendment. They're quartering in your tree. That's
I
your
should
tree.
use my Second Amendment.
Use your Second Amendment to get them out of your tree.
Yes.
That's extortion watchers. As an auditor, how would you think this guy is doing?
He's doing pretty good. Auditing the squirrel.
Yeah, I think he's doing a pretty good job. Now, he's smoking on camera. Now, remember, this is a kid-friendly show. No, not really. I hope no kids are watching this because I could lose my channel. So don't watch it, kids.
Don't do that in the future.
18 up.
Seriously, 18 and up. If you're a kid, just exit right on out. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Mm-hmm.
It is a beautiful day where you're at. Where are you, Greg? That's a beautiful sky.
Connecticut.
Are there any clouds? I don't see any clouds.
Maybe I could zoom. Well, I don't think I could zoom on here. Can I?
You have a shitty phone like I do. I can't zoom. Oh, there's
not
clouds.
really. I mean, there's wind.
I see some clouds.
Almost that.
Yep, you need a whisk. May suggest getting a whisk. Hey, your kids
Oh, damn! I don't have a. Wait. I might have a substitute. Oh, there we go. Hi, my name is Conspiracy Weirdo. Fake fight, fake news. Now let's go audit this thing.
As the police car and ambulance pull up.
Oh God. Oh my God. If somebody actually called them, I'd be like, I'm on a live. I'm in a live
And
stream
we'd all
right
be like,
now.
we don't know
Don't
what this
worry.
guy's talking about.
Yeah,
He
there's
just
just
started
other
going
people in
crazy on
different
a
parts
live
of the
stream.
country just laughing, and possibly the world. I don't know. Oh yeah, shout out to all the, people from down under, the Australians, the
Right.
Aussies, like Jimmy.
So do
Roman.
So do you guys are the Connecticut? You're in Connecticut. So do otters ever go down there in Connecticut? Like, have you ever heard of the otters going down there, island where you're at?
Yes. In Selma, look on his channel. He went to the DMV and one of the DMVs, and the cops did not stand for his shit.
Nice.
They did not. They arrested his ass. Will was there.
Awesome.
The other guy. Oh, Chase. The old crew. And I was just laughing. I'm like, get out of there. And they were state troopers too. Get out of there. They don't play. Get out of there. Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. You're touching me. As somebody drives up too.
Yeah.
It's like watching a car accident about to happen.
Right.
Oh yeah.
All right. So let's change the subject a little bit here.
Get a goddamn squirrel or anything. I mean,
Asshole is live.
Oh no! See, he didn't go to. See, he needs to go to a park. If he went to a park, well, no, that's not true because I even went to a park and I couldn't see them.
everywhere, for God's sake.
It just depends on where the squirrels are, you know. I mean, I saw some birds. I actually got fucked with by the dragonfly. That was.
Oh, that means someone's looking over you.
Really?
Yeah. If you see a dragonfly, if it attaches itself to your house or whatever it is, it means that somebody is watching over you.
Oh wow! Okay, did not know that. Is that like Native American?
Huh?
Is that like a Native American prophecy or something like that?
Honestly, I don't know. That's just what I was told several years ago when I actually had one. And it was like, cool.
Did Josh tell you that? If Josh told you, it's a lie.
Well, I mean, we're still working on the whole Third Amendment thing.
So what do you guys think? Someone's going to do rap. Do you think it's going to be successful? Do you think any of his audience is going to actually go out and buy his album?
No,
I would.
Or do you think that
I would not buy his album?
No, me neither. Or do you think that they're going to illegally download it, like most people do nowadays anyway?
I wouldn't even illegally download.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kenny. I'm not gonna. I plead the fifth on that one.
There you go. Yes, you buy all your CDs, don't you? You buy them all.
Oh,
kids
I don't
even know what CDs are anymore. They still make CDs, right? They still make CDs, right?
Yeah, they do.
I'm pretty.
They just don't. They're not as popular because everyone's all on online music. There you go. What do you guys think the next form of? So we went from 8-track, went from records and 8 tracks to cassettes to CDs, and now it's to all streaming. What is the next logical step from there? You think online?
Well,
digitalization. We'll be able to smack our forehead and listen to some Santana.
I don't know.
See,
because I
Greg,
stream music.
We lost like 15 people because of your audit. Because no squirrel showed up.
Ah, damn.
We're down to 26.
I'm sorry,
like 40.
people. I'm
now
sorry.
We're down
there
to
was
like
no
26.
squirrels out today.
I give him
scared the people away.
Plus for that because he didn't see any squirrels.
Oh, no fair. Mrs. J has a squirrel on her farm.
Oh, do you? Nice. Well, you should come on
Like she's gonna audit her goats.
Yeah, she said she was gonna audit her goats. That'll be fun to see. Well, we all know.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll hop off if
I
she wants to
audited
come
some
on.
goats.
I won't say the joke.
I'm back. Had to feed the menagerie.
All right, guys. So, what else would you guys like to talk about up here today?
Oh,
Chat.
by the
What do
way,
you guys want to hear?
I have tons of squirrels here at my place, by the way. But no, I'm not auditing them. I respect their privacy.
Unfortunately,
There's no assumption of privacy in public.
keep chasing away.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna hop off. I got 8% on my phone.
Oh yeah, you better go charge that up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this whole auditing thing just wiped out my battery.
Oh yeah, you see why I don't do that too often, because it kills the battery like quick, and I don't have another portable charger. I should say I don't have one.
Yeah, I don't
hope you
have one
find
either.
against the squirrels. You should go down to the police office right now.
Like, those squirrels are picking on me, officer, and I need you to arrest them right now.
And also get a FOIA too for their communication devices.
Well, I'll see y'all later.
Later.
Take care, brother.
All right, so guys, Master
All right.
Report just did a posting with a link for the live, so when they go live, you guys will be able to see it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right? Boot liquor squirrels, for sure. All right, so Stevie, what would you guys like? What would you like to hear us talk about? Or Taze, or Cheryl, or May? What subject would you guys like to hear? And we have one spot open on the panel for anyone that would like to come up. El Nogo is El Nozo.
Oh,
I don't know what's that? I don't even know what that means, Greg.
Taze, where are you? Where it's 104.
Maybe Texas.
It's fucking hot here. It's probably
It's hot
about
here
that
too.
here.
I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it's super hot here.
Damn, chat. You guys really hated my outro for him? Okay, Taze auditors. I love you
Well,
still, but
he gave me one too.
how
I have been told not to change my intro music. Everyone seems to love that, so I'm definitely gonna keep that.
It's reasonable.
Rick Crude. I don't know what happened to Rick Crude. I haven't heard anything about Rick Crude. What about you guys?
No, me neither.
Who the hell is Rick Crude?
Well, you just tell by the name Rick Crude. I mean, he's Crude. I never really watched a whole lot of his stuff anyway, but I know he would get into it with AB when AB was still doing the auditing thing. A-Balance kind of got into it a few times. I do miss A-Balance. Oh, he's in jail. May says he's in jail. What's he in jail for, May? Oh, you gotta put your thigh-high boots on, and K's, remember, it's a children's show. For 5 months more, okay. He's in jail. Who else is here?
I had totally forgotten about him.
Abrams Police Training Officer.
That's me.
Okay. What would you like to talk about?
I don't know. What's the show about?
And you are being recorded, by the way.
Anything. Whatever you want to talk about, man. Anything you want to talk about.
Can we talk about the fact, do you all believe that Abrams is using this African-American kid, possibly going to get him killed?
Yeah, I think that
He uses everybody.
Yeah, that's what he does. He uses people, and yeah, you can tell just by the way how far he is away from the situation that is they're doing, and just he's totally using this kid. He, like Tim said, he uses everybody that he gets involved with. I hope Floyd actually sees the light and does it. I mean, I remember he told me he was going to do some recording with Abrams, and but to be fair, they each do have their own style of auditing. Floyd's style is always to get in the police's face, try to get the reaction from the police. Josh tries to get a reaction, but as you can see, Josh has kind of been the straight man when it comes to Floyd. He's letting Floyd get all the attention. He's just going to record Floyd getting arrested. Josh is not even trying to get arrested at this point. Maybe that's why he got Floyd, so he can still get the content, but without risking his own freedom. That's my thought.
Good theory.
That's what he always does.
I'm just afraid that like with the pantyhose, and they're going in front of banks and jewelry stores, and he's sending Floyd over there while he hides in the bushes. And then he tells him, keep your camera on him, but put your other hand in your pocket. They make him wear sweatshirts and heavy, like wintertime clothes.
Let me ask you.
It almost sounds like you're suggesting that maybe Josh is, and I think you used a phrase, but I can't think of any other one. It seems you're implying that he might be using this kid as a token black.
Well, yeah, that or.
And I'm sorry if that term offends anybody, by the way.
No, not at all. Listen, Abrams police training officer, listen. Would you're asking if we think it's wrong. If Abrams asked you to do what he's having this kid do, to form a narrative, to get a video, right, to cause commotion, to get interaction, right, to make a fake fucking auditing video, would you do it? No, none of us would fucking do it. So of course he's using the fucking kid.
Right. He's got News Now Omaha has always been doing that before I even became an auditor last year. He's always been wearing a mask, and I don't think
but when you're fucking when he's trying to produce don't you guys see what he's doing? It's like he's controlling everything. He's controlling the cameras, the people, even the police officers, by forcing them into a situation, by placing this kid in a situation. So none of it's real. None of it's accountability. None of it's like showing the actual, like what's going on. You're setting, it's like bait car. You're baiting the cops in. It's fucking fake bullshit.
Yeah. And you're using the fact that
he's collecting all the money.
Right,
using the fact that he's a black man, and if anything goes wrong, then it's racism. But if it goes right, see, there's been a few instances, and I think there's been more than he did air one. I think it was because he was getting eat up in the comments, but I would say there's been a few instances where it's went fairly well, and they just didn't put it out. But
why would they? He wouldn't get the views if he put something out that didn't go the way he wanted it to go, right?
What's up with these fucking Indiana people allowing this shit to go on in their town? Him calling them rednecks and cousin fuckers
because freedom of speech.
Yeah, but
and to be fair to Josh, I do think that even if Floyd wasn't there, Josh has been doing this all the time.
Right.
He has his narrative. Yes, he's definitely using the fact that everything that's going on in the world with people hating the cops and what happened with George Floyd and the racism. He's definitely trying to play off of that. He is. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
but I think even if
race baiting,
even if this kid were Native American or white or whatever, you still see the same shit. It wouldn't matter. He was doing the same thing when No Name was with him.
Right.
So I mean, this is completely nothing new for Josh. It's just set down the same rabbit hole.
That's what I was going to say, Kenny. I don't even look at it like because he's a black kid. It could be any kid there. He's just taking another opportunity to manipulate, twist, and form what he wants, right? And control what he wants to get out of it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't go up. But if it does work, it's a sensation that he then chops up, cuts up, and makes worse by adding words to the screen and like you know, it's sensational. It's, you know, he did it with No Name. Kenny, you know about the video. We talked about it with him and No Name, where when Josh didn't get to shoot, he freaked out on No Name about, no, I can't post it now because you know, like, don't ask questions. You asked the wrong question. Like, what?
Yeah.
How did that get posted though, or was that live?
No, because what happened was Josh stopped recording, but No Name didn't stop recording as they walked out of whatever building they were in, and he kept the audio going of Josh screaming at him about how he fucked up Josh's narrative. You know, Josh had a plan to go in there and say a certain things to get a reaction so that he could get his fail. And I guess No Name had like asked the cop a couple questions and was kind of being cordial, and Josh just like freaked. He lost it.
Listen, kids, I got to run. I got to go pick up my wife, so I've got to go.
Hi, Scott.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Don't hurt your back.
Pardon?
I said, don't hurt your back.
Oh, I'll try not to. No.
Just, you know.
Thanks for the advice. Okay.
It was a pickup joke.
We'll talk later.
Take care, dude.
Gotta run.
Jimmy, what you want now? What up, Jimmy?
Hi, Kenny. How you bloody going?
It's going good, man.
G'day,
So back to what we were talking about with Josh. Okay, so now, yeah, we talked a lot about Josh here today, haven't we? All right, so Josh, and another thing about that whole situation with News Now Floyd, if you noticed, the only video of the arrest that, you know, Floyd got arrested for is Josh's angle. We have yet to see Floyd's angle of that arrest. I wonder why. Because maybe Floyd's angle will show a different narrative of the video, not the narrative that Josh was trying to show. You know, you don't see what led up to the cops showing up. It's just right away the cops are there. Why were the cops called? What was he doing before the cops showed up? Was he doing something like ridiculously, like they could think something's going on? I mean, what was really going on here? We don't know because, again, they want their narrative put out there. And maybe Floyd's video shows a different narrative.
In the end, Kenny, I think, you know, what we all have to realize, and I think we do realize, is these guys now have positioned themselves. They're no longer auditors. They are entertainers now. Okay? You know, they edit their films, you know, they edit their dialogue, you know, they, you know, have the director's cut and everything. And, you know, they're making money off it. And all these people that are in these videos, okay, who asked not to be on video, you know, because these guys are entertainers, you know, they should have to be like Impractical Jokers and have to blur out the faces of everybody in the videos, or at least give them royalties.
Yeah, exactly. And my big question was with his dramatic live, was it last night, where he stated he had to stay in Indiana for a couple more days or weeks, and he was pretty much PayPal pattying it. Does nobody ever, like his followers, when he throws up all the time to these police officers, I'll bet you I make more than you, and I make $120,000 a year, and then all of a sudden he has to have PayPal to stay in Indiana. I guess there's an idiot born every day, though.
Yeah, then the cops will, with the overtime, I make $140,000 a year, and I also have a pension for life, you Puma-wearing piece of crap.
But doesn't pay any child support, doesn't have his driver's license, lives in his mom's garage, doesn't pay his parents any money. So where is all this money you have? You don't have a car. Yeah. You have nothing to your name. You wear the same outfits every other day. You know what I mean, Josh? Where's it all at, bud?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
That's all in Dunkin' Donuts. He's got stock in Dunkin' Donuts, obviously.
Yeah, and don't even make an attempt to pay any kind of back pay on his child support where he could see his child or have something to do with his child, be a father. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know the ages of his children or how many he has, boy or girl, but I would assume they're in their growing years where they need a father to kind of guide them, and he's just running all over the country on other people's dime, making a fucking ass out of himself. Excuse my language. I don't. I guess you might get demonetized. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I won't get.
You're good, man. You're good.
It's not about the money here.
Well, listen, thanks for having me up. I just wanted to give a outsider's perspective. And Kenny Klein, kind of new to your channel within the last month. I appreciate what you do. Keep it up, my friend, and y'all take care.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Thanks for coming up,
brother.
See you, buddy.
And remember, guys, I always say, and this is just me. I do not interact with people's videos who treat people the way they treat people. I don't hit the thumbs. I don't hit the sub. I don't comment. None of that. Right. Don't give them the interactions. If you can't help it, just don't give the interactions to them. And then they'll notice they're fucking up when they're going nowhere on YouTube.
Absolutely, yeah. If you do watch the video, even if you don't like it, don't be tempted to thumbs down, because to YouTube, a thumbs down is no different from a thumbs up. No difference. I suspect his parents reverse mortgage the house to pay his legal fees, and with them being on the back of non-life. Oh wow!
I would love to FOIA the sheriff who knocked on the door when his mother answered, just to see like what her reaction is to like people coming to pick her son up again on a warrant.
Oh, if you saw the police report, she let him right in, and they caught him in the hall to the basement where he was living, and he didn't put up a fight because he knew he was fucked. He knew.
No parent should have to deal with that though, especially a locally one.
So here's the other question. So Josh says he's not on Suboxone anymore, right? Was there any mention of him asking to get his medicine?
I didn't see anything in the report. No.
I didn't see in the police report. I didn't know. So I think he's off of it because of the last time he went in jail. You don't get it. If you're on it and you go in, they wean you off. And I think when he got out, he couldn't get back in the program because he wasn't actively using. So that's why he's not on it.
Well, if he beat it, great, because I don't think, it's good. I don't want to see anyone on drugs or anything like that. So.
Oh, yeah.
It's good for him. That's awesome.
That's just a symptom of him. You know what I mean? Like, that's just one part of him that needs to get cleaned up. His whole outlook on life has to get cleaned up. The way he controls and manipulates, and his self, it's everything self with him, right? Once he moves away from that, I think if he does, listen, it took a lot of time for me to change, Kenny. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get it my first trip upstate. I didn't get it my second trip upstate. I didn't get it until my third trip. I was like, what the fuck am I not getting? Like what am I got an IQ. My IQ's like 149, I think. Right? Which is fucking sick, just so you know.
That's high.
And actually, it's funny about that is the IQ test I took upstate, and they thought I cheated. And they were they were going to send me to the hole. They wrote a disciplinary report saying that I cheated in my entrance exams, because they give you a bunch of stuff to see what grade level people are, all of that, and they give you a full battery IQ test. So
when you first go in, you mean?
Yeah, when you finally get to the state level, because they have to offer like education for kids who don't have education. A lot of young kids are going upstate nowadays. So you go through.
If you're really smart and everything, you could teach a class.
You go through a whole transition. It's like 3 months of testing. But so they made me take the damn test over, and I actually scored a little bit higher the second time because it was the same test. So I remembered like some of the different puzzles that I thought I might have got wrong. I remembered them. And so they had to give it to me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point
I
is,
mean, that in itself is impressive.
it takes a lot to get out of the lifestyle that he's in. It takes a lot to get out of the headspace that he's in. And not only that, but he's built himself this ego that it's going to be so hard to just put aside and just start being a normal person again and respecting people and treating people with respect and not scamming people. And if you want to make money online, but do it the proper way. People don't have to pay for your vacations and your expenses, and, do your audits locally. You know what I mean? Where there's no expense now,
and if they're real audits, don't put them online. Go to your city council or something like that if there's a problem with the police.
Well, no, I don't even put them online. Do all that, but do it the proper way without affecting the rest of the public, right? And you can do that. It's not hard to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like those cop watchers do. Like that was it her name Laura that you had on, Kenny?
Yeah. Oh, you mean Peachy?
She's good.
Yeah, Peachy's good. I actually saw one of the CFW did a cop watch Friday night. I watched some of it. She did straight up cop watch, and she was across the street. She was doing her own little commentary, but she didn't get involved. It was straight up good cop watch. When the cops left, she went over and asked questions, and that was it. She actually did a decent job on a cop watch. I was impressed. I'm like, wow, that's a good cop watch. She did a good job.
And unfortunately, she probably won't get any hits.
Oh no, there were 70 people in the live feed when I went in.
Oh.
Yeah, there were 70 people in there, and this is the same time that Josh was live too. So that might have caused lower numbers for her because Josh was on too. Because people because Josh, let's face it, Josh has a knack for the vocabulary. He talks a big game.
He's the P.T. Barnum of our time.
Of the auditing community, I'll say, not of our time, but definitely of the auditing community.
Okay.
But yeah, he says a lot without saying anything, pretty much.
And most of it's garbage.
Exactly.
What's going to be sad, Kenny? Here's what's going to be sad is, and I wish no ill will on anybody, but what's going to be sad is, like, once his support system, his real support system, the only two people in his life, once they're gone and he has nothing, like, maybe at that point he'll realize, like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck have I been doing? What have I done to the people who, out of the kindness of their heart raised me, and I did nothing but shit on them my whole life and never show them any respect, and now I'm left alone with my YouTube.
And here's the thing also, I don't want to wish ill will on him either, but let's just, for the sake of argument, let's just say something happens to his parents tomorrow, right? What's he going to do? He doesn't have a place of his own. He's e-begging to stay in Indiana. I mean, he's going to have to make some huge changes in his life that he's obviously not ready for, because it seems like he's just living life day by day. He doesn't have any kind of plan, no structure. Yeah. Do you think that would force him to go back into the old way, the old Josh, and not what he thinks he has, how far he has become? Do you think it would be a way for him to fall back into the heroin or whatever?
For sure.
Oh, it's always a possibility.
It's always a possibility. It's always a possibility. But I can guarantee you this. I can't guarantee, but I don't think he gets anything, at the end of any of that. So as far as, like, when they're gone, like, that house ain't going to him. They're not dumb. They're not dumb.
They may have life insurance too.
Yeah, he's getting none of that. They got other family.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
It's see what happens with him. I mean, anybody that claims $120,000 a year and still doesn't have their own place, that's just questionable.
He doesn't.
Anybody who thinks about that has to think, wait a minute, you're making this much money, but you're still not having your own spot. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
And you know what? If he was making that much money, he could buy himself like an RV that he can travel all around the country in.
That would be smart.
Around the jukeboxes.
If he was making a third of that, if he was even making 30 grand, right? He could do that. The reason the money that he thinks he makes, like when his supporters buy his hotel room, he thinks that's money he's making. That money's gone. When his supporters buy, he doesn't get that when they buy the plane tickets. You can't count that as your money, Josh. That's their money. That's gone. Your money comes from Super Chat and comes from your PayPal. That's when it's your money. And he thinks like adding all this other shit in there and like, nah, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure he makes decent money on YouTube. He gets like 20,000 views, and I'm sure they view at least 10, 15 minutes of each video he does. I don't doubt that he doesn't. I would guesstimate he probably makes a month somewhere on YouTube. I think about $3 grand. He might make about $3 grand a month on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I would go. I think he makes about that much.
And actually, if I could, just reiterate that when we were talking about his parents, none of us were speaking anything ill about them, So just in case,
Yeah. Don't go to him and say we were talking shit about his parents. No,
yeah.
we're just going off of what we see of Josh, what we know of his history, what his parents are, and what.
And out of care and respect for the parents.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm going to drop out quick. Thank you, Kenny.
No problem, Jim. Thanks.
Hey, take care, brother. Thank you so much for all the information.
So Fawn, the carnage. Yeah, we were just talking about the carnage he's created on other channels. He really has Power Wagon. Would you like to come on up? We got bots up on the panel for anyone that would like to come on. May, there's spots available. May or Taze or Power Wagon or whoever, or Jarhead or Mrs. J, whatever. Whoever wants to come up.
Yeah, Mrs. J, Raya.
Yeah, but just a lot of stuff he's done. He's burned so many bridges, just like Patty. Him and Patty have that in common. They've burned many bridges when it comes to other auditors.
Do him and Patty like each other at all?
Him and Patty, it's hard to say. I mean, they've audited together, but when they're audited together, it didn't seem like Josh respected him.
Oh,
I could be wrong. Maybe that was an act. But it didn't seem to me like he respected him at all. I could be wrong. But, but Patty did learn from him because he's got the handcuffs now. So, Patty learned from him while he was out there with him.
And he learned about the Third Amendment. That's the new big one.
Yeah. Essentially, mass to meet up with Sergeant is not fun. What are you talking about, Hope? I don't follow that. I agree, Power Wagon. He is definitely a classic sociopath. No worries, Fawn. Fawn I always see in News New England's chat when Josh is there. She's always giving, she or he, I'm sorry, it's always giving Josh. Fawn is one of the only trolls that Josh actually seems to be okay with. It's interesting. How do you manage that, Fawn? How do you manage being one of the only trolls, so to speak, that Josh seems to be okay with? Welcome to the chat, Mrs. J.
Because Josh is probably a big Animal House fan.
Sergeant from Masshole. Okay. Oh, cool. Right on.
Vaughn Leibowitz, Animal House. Remember?
Hello, Tim.
Hi, Mrs. J.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Are you wearing clothes tonight?
No.
All right, Hope. I'll look into it.
I'm in bed already.
It's early.
Nope. I'm not feeling too good.
Well, I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
We got to make her feel better now, guys.
Oh, cool. All right, on.
The doctor is in.
Well, that's good
I've
that
been
they're trying
listening all of this time.
Okay.
Talking about my favorite subject. Not.
We're talking about all kinds of stuff, man. We've just been hitting it all over the place. Greg performed his first audit.
Yeah, I watched.
Saw Greg's first
Yes, I
audit.
want to audit my goats one of these days. I will audit my goats
There we go.
with Mr. J and Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's one of my goats.
Oh, okay.
He's
Cool. Right on.
do you know how the goats rear up and headbutt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Mr. J taught Mr. Bean how to do that, and they fight back and forth. So I'll have to
nice.
audit that someday.
Yeah, you will. Shit, that'd be pretty cool.
So
It
Mr.
is
J
fun.
actually headbutts the goat.
Well, no, he taught the goat to whack his hand.
So
the
he's
goat
meeting.
rears up and rams his hand.
So Hope, he's meeting someone from the Master Report about vilified. What? Hold on. He said he just posted. Let me go see the post.
Hopefully VF and hopefully Vilified and Sancho are squashing.
Well, I knew it. Of course, what happened. They're both very reasonable individuals, and it's just. I'm sure it was just a. Oh yeah, he has a video up. He's looking for Sergeant Doofy. Oh, he's looking for Sergeant Doofy. Okay. And John. Okay.
Who's looking for Doofy?
Sancho. He's going to meet him. They're meeting each other, I guess. Cool. Right on.
Oh.
Good. I think it's important that we keep, no drama between, each other, unless someone's doing some stupid shit. Then call stupid shit out that they do. But it doesn't seem like there was stupid shit. There wasn't stupid shit here.
New England. Yeah, Sancho and New England. They're about to go to war.
Who?
Sancho and NNE. Brian, I think his name is.
Oh, well,
that's because he's called him a pedophile or
it's not going to be
predator.
much of a
Predator.
It's not going to be much of a war. Sancho's going to off the floor with NNE. He already has. Brian has no foot to stand on. He called Predator with no proof. That's the one thing he has. He has, and the only thing he has on Kate is the same thing that everyone tries to recycle. I mean, all the stuff that they have is just it's null and void. They have nothing, which is why they're so pissed because they have nothing.
I didn't hear the incident with Kate the other night. I heard it was really, really bad.
I just went looking for the video that Mia was talking about, or Glitter was talking about, and I think it's that one where he talked about Kate when Kate was on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for some proof that someone said something about VF.
Oh, you're gonna have to go off VF's channel, and he's talking about he's leaving out in the community. That's what I think. Yeah.
Well, I saw. Well, VF went live. He did it live, and he was calling out. He was calling out whoever said something about him, and of course they never showed up.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't get what's going on because he's not naming names, and maybe he should. If he wants to get it out in the open, call him out.
It's always best to
but maybe he doesn't want to. You got to think about maybe he doesn't want to cause any drama or something like that. I mean,
yeah,
maybe he's giving them a chance to come to him off camera, and they can discuss it amicably.
You did call out Sancho.
Mr. J said he called out Sancho. I didn't see it.
There's a recent video saying a death threat on El Sancho.
Is it death threat on El Sancho from who?
Yeah, he just posted it 35 minutes ago.
Probably Brian. It was probably Brian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look at it.
Oh, brother.
I don't know what's going
That's
on.
stupid. It's just like that idiot
Sergeant
Devon
Doofy.
threatening everyone.
It's Sergeant Doofy.
Well, here's the thing: we don't know what happened. Always remember there are two sides to every story. You know, and
Extortion, did you just say that it was Sergeant Doofy?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what the title says. It says Sergeant Doofy MHR, where are you? And then it shows him showing up to a bar where he said he would meet the guy who threatened to kill him in the comments. So,
Well, Sancho was going to meet him, but Sancho
So
never
someone-
threatened anybody.
so someone threatened to kill Sancho in the comments.
yes.
Oh,
And Sancho called him out to a bar.
And someone did something similar, I'm assuming, to Vilified Freedom.
Yeah, the guy who threatened him. Yeah, it said, "Run your mouth about VF, and I'll kill you." Oh no, it wasn't Sergeant Doofy. It says balls and wieners. Sorry.
Okay, that's
well, thanks for clarifying, though, because
that's just what the title said, so I didn't know.
Oh my god!
Oh, I will watch the video once we're done here. I will. So, yeah,
I can only imagine
VF,
you want to kill him.
and I'm gonna watch. I'll watch Sancho. Okay, so maybe it's the same person doing it on both of them, and somehow it got There's some sort of misinformation that they were at each other's throat.
Yeah, because Vilified heard it through a third party.
Yeah, the video was by Sergeant Doofy.
Okay, and Vilified said that someone contacted him and told him someone said something. So yeah, it's he said high school shit.
Exactly, high school shit.
Yeah.
Not even junior high.
So he doesn't know who said what about. He just knows it was someone, and he was giving them a chance to hit him up.
Yeah, he probably knows who said it, but he's just giving them. He's giving them the chance to verify it, basically, because
to me it sounds like it's connected. They were both called out. They both called him out in their own way. Sancho went to meet him. BF went to call him out. They both are calling. Probably my assumption would be it's the same person that's trying to do both, or the same group of people that's trying to do that. And then somehow there's a rumor started that they're beefing with each other, which now it's starting to sound. Now we're getting a clearer picture of what's going on.
Goober's on live.
Kenny, I'm looking at the chat, and No Draws On says that he was talking to May, and he said Sancho and Masshole had issues today. And can anybody clarify that?
May season of May, you should come up because you seem to be on this more than we are on here. If you can.
Because that last night he was like tearing, in defense of Masshole, Kate. He was like so upset for her. So I don't know what happened today.
Well, no, like I said, I'm thinking maybe it was just my assumption now is there's some sort of. I mean, I could be completely utterly wrong. Maybe there is some sort of. I just can't. I just don't see why there would be. They're both on the same side. They both want the same thing. It doesn't make any sense why there would be.
Yeah. So No Draws On. What are you saying?
Cheryl says contacted through email. BF was contacted through email. I don't know. It's hard to.
Oh, so somebody emailed VF.
I don't know. I haven't seen the video, so that's what we're hearing. No names called by VF. All right, so VF didn't call out anyone. Just a general. You're talking shit. Come on and handle your shit, sort of thing. No one
VF took down one of the videos he made.
So it's not there.
One of them isn't. No.
Well, that.
Was it one of the ones where he was? Was that the one where he was telling people to not talk behind his back or whatever he said? Maybe they squashed the beef.
I think that one is still on there. It's the one where he called somebody out. So now we have no idea.
Oh, well,
That's
whatever.
okay.
I mean, if they want to explain
I
it, they'll
just
explain
don't.
it.
I don't want him giving up. The one video that I did listen to twice, it made it seem like he was upset with the whole watchdog community, or some of the watchdog community, for like not having each other's backs. And he really didn't clarify it, but that's why he was talking about maybe taking a break from it. I don't know. He felt left down by the community for some reason.
Well, he shouldn't. VF is great, and everybody knows it.
Sancho's great too. They're both great. So I mean, let's just hope this all gets rectified. Sure.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, because also, I mean, you got to look at it. There's people that are looking to bring what VF is doing down, to bring down what Sancho's doing, and they can use this for ammo. You know what I mean? And just spread rumors and dissension and all that good stuff. So
yep.
I don't watch out for that type. I think everybody here loves VF and everyone here loves Sancho, and
yeah,
we don't want to see anything happen to them. Whether it be them deciding to take a break from what they're doing because they're doing such a great job, or them to go off on some crusade to or whatever, just keep doing what you guys are doing because you guys are doing a great job and you're getting to people, and that's how you're making a difference because people are doing this bullshit to try and silence you.
And you never know. Maybe, Josh might be behind all of this. You never know.
I doubt it. So Kimbo says everything is okay now.
Yay.
Are you behind it, Tim? Just saying.
No. I thought I was Josh.
Josh. Tim.
Josh is nothing behind it.
Josh, Tim.
No, I'm not behind it.
After playing the game, it makes me wonder if there isn't a mastermind behind it trying to take down the watchdog channels.
Oh, I get that seriously.
We know Josh and Furry and New
what am I
Brian
talking
are
about?
trying to be in contact.
It isn't didn't Josh have a rant where he was talking about
taking down the watchdogs. He wants to take down DN. Yeah, DN and Master Report. How you got so many channels taken down. He's gonna keep
using
doing
the copyright.
It, blah blah blah.
So that it's not far-fetched.
Well, I mean, now how many people are going to join Josh and try and do this? I mean, I don't know. I honestly need more info in order to make a real educated guess on what's going on here. I'm just hearing about this now from what people are saying in chat, and now video got taken down, so I don't think I'm ever really going to know what happened. So unless someone comes out and just
hearing it, she said, he said, she said, he said.
Exactly.
Now,
let's just blame it on Josh and be more fun.
Let's blame it on Furry. Let's blame it on Furry. It'll be even more fun to blame it on Furry. Blame it on Glenn. Glenn and Furry. There we go. Damn it, Glenn. Damn it, Furry.
Let's just blame Glenn because his IQ. I mean, he'd be the least likely to be the mastermind, right? So
you want to blame it on him?
Maybe that's the act. Maybe that's the act. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's acting like this so no one will suspect him.
He's Kevin Spacey in The Usual Suspects.
Oh,
he's not a diddler either.
You give him too much credit.
I know.
I was giving him a benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, trying to be nice.
No, you're just giving him way too much credit.
Yeah, because we want him to keep on going. He's fun to watch.
All right, guys. It's been about 3 hours. I'm going to have to call this one. It's been a lot of fun, though. Tim, thanks for joining me. Extortion Watchers, thanks, sir. Mrs. J, thank you.
Yep.
Dave Peterson, thanks for joining. Hope, thanks. Julia. Good Bulls, Power Wagon.
Everybody in chat, thank you.
Cheryl.
This is awesome.
Bye,
Hey.
Tim.
Well done, Kenny. Great job, buddy.
Yep, thanks.
Bye,
All right, guys.
Tim.
Bye, Mrs. J. Put some clothes
Bye,
on.
Kenny.
Bye, Mrs. J. Social Watchers, thanks for showing up, man. It's an awesome time. Guys, hope you guys have a great day, and everything will work itself out. I'm sure VF's probably not going to go nowhere. Sancho's not going nowhere. Everything will be sorted out, and they'll just get back to doing what they do, because what they do is important and entertaining and educational. So everyone have a great day, and we'll see you again with another video. Peace.